Good evening.
Evening, everybody.
Can everybody hear Gary and myself?
Good evening.
Yeah. Keeps happening. I'll try and get that sorted. Can everyone hear us okay?
Yeah.
Uh,
I hope so. You seem really... Can you hear me, Nath? Oh, not again. Good evening, everybody. I don't know what's happened to Nathan. Are you there, Nathan?
yeah. Sorry, I was doing so. Sounds right. Sounds good. I'll just check the levels again. Right. Sorry, people. Just to make sure, because I want everyone to be able to be heard tonight. Right. For those who don't know, don't usually do open panels, but we've done one. I think it was last week, and there was points made and some gauntlets, say, thrown down. So tonight, hopefully, we're going to get some way towards a resolution. Don't know. Like I said, myself and Gary are just kind of the mediators on this one, and the idea is to give both parties a fair crack at the whip. And done it a certain way. There was a problem last week about screen sharing. I don't know how to do it. I've been trying today. I help with some other people, but if you come in on your phone, it doesn't seem to have that option. But I didn't have time to check certain laptops and certain things like that. So it may be different if you're on a laptop or a computer, but on a phone, none of us could get in and share our screen. So I don't know how to do that. But I did say last week, just in case, if everybody makes sure 100% that I've got the links and I know what's being played, so we can have a look, because we're not going to dox people. We're not going to have certain information put in videos that doesn't need to be there. So again, any videos or any evidence put forward is about what is tonight's about. It's about a certain question and answer, really. It's not about anybody else, any other group or anything. It's just between these two people and what's been said, and saying that's basically been there was a claim and there was a rebuttal, but it's now down to actually it's now down to time to start getting this resolved. So hopefully we can have, because we did have quite a mature chat, I think. I'd say so, considering the other evening. Eric definitely said, and he did a video, and I do believe he said in the video that he felt he was treated fairly. I hope that continues. Other than that, I think we're just going to sort of crack on. So we'll bring Rick in. What I'm going to stick the link in the chat in a minute. We'll bring Rick in.
Just remind everybody again now, Nath, if people start talking over each other, you're going to mute the ones who are not talking. Then when the one who's talking's finished, then they'll unmute the other one and mute the one who's just been talking if need. Because you can't have each other shouting over everybody. It's no good.
Well, exactly. There'll be no doxing. There'll be nothing like that. There'll be no accusations. There'll be no discussions other than the points being made this evening. So we're going to keep this nice and mature and direct and to the point. Let's do an open panel properly, where there's grievances can actually be resolved. Because we're at least tried. Like I said, and how many times we said to Gary, if people stop concentrating on differences and the petty little things and the petty actions, you find we have a lot more in common than people actually want to realise. It's one of them. But again, as Gary says, it's like it's no biting, no eye gouging, no shots below the belt, no doxing. So what we'll do is we'll bring Mick on, and then we'll bring Eric on. 2 seconds. I've got to grab this link.
Okay.
Mick.
Evening.
All right. Yeah, but I'm going to bring Eric on in a minute. Hopefully being able to should we start off there? Just you can give a brief outline of what you see this open panel tonight. This chance have your say is going to either approve or lay down or move forward in some way to resolving this problem.
To be honest, I don't think there will be no result with this. It's just another slander campaign to try and drag CMW into shit. I mean, look at the first, when Eric jumped on the first time, for the first 20 minutes, it was just all Umbrella, Umbrella, Umbrella. Umbrella's no part of CMW. Myself and Umbrella have not spoken on and off for the best part of a year. So why they keep using Umbrella as a weapon when they won't look beyond that? Who reached for that weapon originally? Oh, it was Jason Tyler. Who's Eric doing all these slanderous fucking campaigns for? It seems to be like he's fighting Jason's battle. And then when you ask him, who is it that you know, why have you got a grievance with myself? He can't even name it. So it'd be good to go through some of this really before we get to anything. The evidence, which, because I know what he's going to want to do. He's going to want to do a hit and run and not answer any questions. So I won't produce anything until the end. It's that simple. We'll go through all the.
Eric said he was all ready to go and he had everything. So I thought assumed
he's been busy all day. I've been looking after the kids and stuff. I don't need time to prep and mess about and stage.
Yeah, well, I just assumed because Eric was all had made claims that he had all these wrapped up, then it wouldn't matter the order which Eric went. So the whole point was to see how it went tonight. So,
well, like I say, no evidence has been sent over. The agreement was he was going to send it all via WhatsApp on the night. The night's tonight. 9 o'clock's been and gone. It's now 9:34. Still received no evidence. It's one of them. His channel consists of names, addresses, pictures of people's family members, dead or alive. We won't be airing any of that. So any evidence, we're going to have to go, right, okay, 10-minute video, let's look through it, make sure there's no pictures, names, addresses, whatever. And then if it's not, then yeah, okay, we can run that or whatever. All I'll be airing is one video, half of one video at the end. And that's it. Everything else will just be questions back and forth with Eric. I'll answer questions and I'll be asking questions.
It's the thing, we're going to do this maturely. I don't know, Eric, I'm going to bring you in. Bear with me, mate. Bear with me. But it's, like I said, it's like same with Eric, same with you. You do realise it's like you say, we don't want videos with content about other things. We want videos.
Plisco's in the chat. At the end of this, if you like, Plisco, you can jump on and we'll have a chat or whatever. Like I say, I'll be showing any evidence at the end of the chat with myself and Eric. And then if you want, you can jump on and we can have a chat.
Yeah, I don't know. SS Cyber Pants first is. Yeah, but bear with me, people.
Plisco.
All right, bear with me, Plisco. Got to give everybody a crack at the whip, and if we have too many people on, people shout over each other, and it's like Eric's allowed to retort to what Rick's just said and lay down his position tonight, and then we can get on to see how we're going to progress. Then, like you say, if you're hanging around Plisco, then I'll stick you on after.
We will be talking about pictures down the line. Plisco, don't worry. You will have your chance to jump on and speak about pictures.
We can go for a little while on this one, but it's I want this done fairly. And like I said, Eric's allowed his say, then we can keep this nice and even. So, right, if you don't mind, if you can just mute up in a minute, Rick, and then we'll let. I know it's going to be hard for a lot, but we're going to try and keep this tonight. If everybody has their say, this is what I always say: get a pen and pencil, because start marking down the points that the other person is saying, and then when it comes to the end of it, you won't forget the points that have been made. It's the easiest way to do one of these open panels if you want to ask questions and gain evidence. Make sure you're asking the right questions and you keep track of the answers. Best way to do it. Even the people at home, you can practice this. But right, I'm going to have to bring Eric on. So, evening, Eric.
Evening, Nathan. Evening, Gary. Evening, Rick.
Evening, Eric.
Evening, Eric.
How are you? All right?
No, not bad
Yeah,
yourself.
that's fine, mate.
Yeah, good, thank you. Right.
You do understand. 2 seconds before we do kick off, mate. You do understand what we're saying about sort of any doxing.
Yeah,
We're
well,
not.
listen, I've just listened to a little waffle for the last 5 minutes. I can't believe that all the goalposts have been moved already.
What
Right, well,
goalposts have moved, Eric?
Well,
2 seconds. We can discuss that if you like.
can I have my say or not? Am I allowed to have my say? As you can only be allowed to talk over me every 2 minutes.
No, as I said, people will be muted up if it needs be. But yeah, so we can. Yeah, we can talk about that. But it's first of all, if we hear your position,
Yeah.
and then we can
Right.
hear if your umbrages after.
Right. The only thing is, I don't want you muting me up, Nathan, when I'm talking the truth.
I'm not going to mute
And
any.
I'm
The whole
saying
thing
something.
is you have your saying now, so no one's
Right.
allowed to speak until you.
Okay. Well, straight away, Rick's just told the fucking lie straight away. Right. He has just said that I agreed to send it by WhatsApp. I would never agree to send anybody anything by WhatsApp. Because as soon as I was to send anything to Rick by WhatsApp, Rick would have my number. And Rick would pass my number on. So there's no way on this fucking earth I've ever agreed to send anything by WhatsApp. And if you want to, let's listen back to the 40 minutes because I was on there last week and we'll play it through if you want and find it.
I'll have to respond. I can't just hang on. Eric, we've done this back and forth. You keep reminding me Friday, definitely Friday, and all that.
What's
So we've
your
had
thought?
plenty of chat in between. And I said to you, you need to send the evidence.
Look,
and we agreed. Shut your
listen.
mouth a minute. Shut your
No.
mouth a minute. Shut
Stop
your mouth a
being-
minute.
No.
Shut your mouth a minute.
You've been talking for 20 minutes.
You agreed you would send it on the night. Okay? I've screenshotted the evidence, Eric, so you can lie as much as you want.
Right, so this is what I wanted to touch upon with Eric. So I will do that, Rick. Thank you.
Right, I don't mind doing this, right? But as we've all said before, if you make a claim, you bring the evidence there, that minute. Don't start waffling on about bringing it when we all finish and all that, because it's no good. It'll all get forgotten about.
Never mind, it's no good. We're not doing your hit and run and you don't answer no questions either. We know that you're not a man of your word because of your lack of...
Nathan, are you going to mute him?
Yeah, I've just been Rick, bear with me 2 seconds, okay? It's like we let you have your little say. We can get into this in a minute, but you both allowed your intro, and you're both allowed to have your piece. But we're not going to keep moving. So just sort of like I said, state your position tonight of what you intend to prove and say and state.
Yeah, but he keeps on talking over. He keeps on talking over me, don't he?
I know this is why you need to submit. It's like Rick had a certain amount of time. He'll be given the same amount of time. So if we move on and we just get that sort of thing, rather than sort of any insults, just keep.
Yeah, hey Nathan, have I insulted him?
No. Well, you can both be as bad as each other. You can both be as
insulted Gary.
No,
who's the only one that's insulted anybody?
I know, but you can both be as bad as each other, mate.
No. Listen, Nathan.
I'm not saying anything.
Let's do this like adults. Have I insulted you? No. Have I insulted Gary? No. Have I insulted Rick? No. Who's insulted who to start off with?
Rick was. Yeah, Rick did. Yes. Like I said, there is a history. This is why I don't want it descending, because you can both be as bad as each other on that front.
No, I'm not. No, Nathan, right. So anyway, what I think the only way that we can move forward, right, is to clear this picture thing up for the first time, get it over and done with. Otherwise, you're going to keep bringing brought up minute after minute after minute. Now, the way we can resolve this, well, Rick's had a week to resolve it, and Rick has not resolved it. Rick, you have also said, Nathan, that you had seen the picture, right? So you must have a copy of it as well. So why cannot Rick send you the picture?
I've seen walls and other pictures.
No. You said you've seen the picture with Rick on it.
I would have to go back because I don't believe I did.
Yeah, you did. Honestly, I've got the clip now if you want it. The clip's there. I've got it clipped from last week where you.
I haven't got the picture, but I remember there being a live and there being a wall, because I remember I think it was Jupes and a few people saying.
No, you said, Nathan, can you stop talking over me now, please?
Right.
You said you had seen it, and you said you can send it. Now I can bring that clip up now and play that if you want me to play it.
Yeah, you can do.
Right.
Play the audio.
Right. The only problems I've got is now, I'll be honest with you, I'm away, right? So I've got my computer is on my home address, and that is where everything's kept. So I'm gonna have to sign in from home, and I'll screen share that way. We are screen sharing, aren't we, tonight?
This is the thing. How do you do it? Because I've been through loads of ways
Well,
of
you know
trying.
how to, Nathan, you know how to screen share.
I can screen share tabs that I've got, and I can screen share either my whole page, things like that. But I don't know how to screen share guests.
All you've got to do is admit. When it's clicked, when I click screen share, all you do is click admit. That's it. Simple as
Yeah, I
that.
can do that. I just can't do it for my own violence.
Right. I'm going to need to. I'm going to say, I don't know if you want to talk a minute. I'm just going to have to sign in. I'm doing this remotely onto my own computer.
But please bear with me, mate. We
I
need
will need to come in as another name.
Okay. So it's already getting complicated.
Well, it's not. No, it's not complicated.
No,
No, it's
they're
not
making it complicated, Nate. This is what I'm saying to you.
I'm not making it complicated.
He can keep moving over it, but I've already recorded him saying that he was going to send it on the night. It's the night. It's been and gone fucking 9 o'clock.
No. I said I'd make.
No,
I made
no,
a
no,
video. You've
fuck
seen
off.
it, Rick. Right. I think I'm in. I've done it. Can you hear me or not?
I can hear you.
Oh, where's the others gone? Is it only me and you?
No. Gary's in it. I think we'll wait for you.
Right, do you want me to play the clip then? I'll play the clip of you saying you heard it and you can send it.
Yeah. Cool. No, because I did say it. So I don't remember saying it because I have seen pictures on other people's lives, but I have not been sent a picture where I can say I've seen it, I've got it, and I can send it.
Well,
I send it if it's sent to me.
Yeah, that's why when you said to me in that comment on my video, don't wait for me or something, I thought, well, you've just said tonight, you said you've seen it and you can send it.
No, I wouldn't have said I've seen it.
Well, you did.
No, because you're making out that I've been sent a picture, I've had it in front of me, I've seen it.
Well, I'll play it. Can you allow the screen share then?
Yeah.
What have you kicked everybody out? Only me and you in here now.
No, I've just put me up front just in case you play something that's going to dock somebody saying that.
No, I'm not playing. All I know, it'll be an audio clip. That's it.
No, play the audio. I'll bring this all back in. Nobody's muted. Everyone can talk.
Why am I in the back then? What's that all about?
I've just put me up front. I'm waiting to see what video you're playing.
I'm in the back as well, Eric.
Oh, I did one. I can't. That's all I can see is myself. I can't. Yeah. Nathan, do you not agree though that it's like we said a week originally, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's been a week. That's the video. That's with that thank you bit to you on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have you done? Click that.
No. I had two of you up there with your laptop and they've just literally just disappeared.
Yeah, don't you agree that this picture thing should be sorted out? It's what we agreed on last week. And I said I wanted to do it there and then. Then I put videos out. I put all the videos out. Bearing in mind, it's come back. It's back in now. Bearing in mind as well, we've had a week to do this.
Huh.
And also, Rick, in the meantime, ever since last week, has been very triggered, and he's actually put out 27 videos. And why he just couldn't show that picture is beyond me.
Can I just ask Eric and Jerry, what's this picture about? 'Cause like I said, I was on here last week as well, and I said the same last week. I ain't got a clue what all this is about.
Right, Blisco made like a nonce ball up with a load of nonces on, and they're nonces. They're proven. There's that Rick Berry and all that. They're proven nonces. Mark Feely, another pervert, right? So Blisco made this wall with a load of pictures on it. These people. Well, somebody's obviously come along and said Rick's on this fucking wall. Rick has never been. His face has never been on Blisco's wall. Never.
Has Umbrella and Jupiter been on there?
Ask Blisco. But I know you haven't.
I'm asking you, you're here defending Plisco.
No,
You're
I don't
here
think they
fighting
have.
for Plisco. Plisco sat in the comments and you're here, so I'm asking you.
I'm not speaking out of turn, but I don't think Kaylee's been on it. But I think Jupiter may have been on it. But we had a go at him about it, and he removed Jupiter's picture of him, right?
Well, if Pisco doesn't mind hanging around, we can bring him on a minute because he seems to be like innocent.
Well,
of
Rick,
this, a lot of this
the
up.
easiest way in it is just Rick to show you that picture again. You look at my picture, look at his picture, and then you go, Eric, you're a cunt, you're a liar. Then you send it to me, and I bow down, walk away from YouTube, never come back again. Simple as that.
What would you two say would be the best thing? Do we bring Pisco on? Because if this is centered around what he's said or done...
No, because Rick needs to show the picture of Nathan. Rick has got to show this picture. And he says that he's been sent it many a time. Yeah, he's had time...
We'll be going through many things before we get to anything.
He's had time this week to put 27 videos out.
Yep, to show you where we're going, Eric, the things we'll be discussing now.
So he's had time to put 27 videos out, but he hasn't had time to
So
put
we'll
this
start, because you're just going to carry on with this bullshit, so we'll start your video that you're most famous for, myself outside Didsbury Mosque. You claiming that I'm a racist and a terrorist. What race am I against, Eric?
Rick, we're not going to get anywhere. We've got
why don't we bring Flisco on and then we'll just solve this in one thing, because he's not going to wait forever.
He can wait on.
Bring him on, mate.
Even if you bring Plisco on, Rick has still got to show the proof. Rick is the one that made the claim that he's on that picture, and he had claimed that somebody has sent it to him many a time.
Eric, what race am I against? You've made out I'm a racist, a terrorist, and put out rewards for information from my family.
You're deflecting again. Rick,
I'm not deflecting. I told you for well we were discussing every single bit of shit.
So many a time.
Not just the fucking hit and run you want at all.
What's the burden of
proof? Answer the questions, Eric. I don't go no further. It's as simple as that, fella. I don't care. I've got nobody to impress. You bunch of wankers are a bunch of fucking wrong'uns.
For us to be able to move forward, you have to show the
13th.
No, I told you, Eric, exactly from the beginning. I will be showing my evidence towards the end.
No,
and then Plisco can jump on once I'm done with you.
You cannot be trusted. You cannot be trusted. You haven't.
You cannot be trusted, Eric. We've already did a deal with you, and you fucked up on it 12 hours later. So you are not be trusted. You are a lying wronger, obviously.
Kaylee hid the video, Rick.
This is descending to things like this.
No, she didn't hid the video. It's on my channel, you gimp.
Nathan, who's insulting her and who's one shouting over?
I don't care. I'm not here to pretend to be nice to anyone that's a wrong'un.
Nathan, don't you think we've got a good idea though to sort this problem out so we can move forward?
This was some sort of attempt. We was asked to be sort of just impartial ombudsman. Like I said, I'm not going to jump either side. But you're both bickering.
But what you did say as well last week, we'll come back next week.
Yeah.
So and we're here today now.
Anyway. And so what I've done, I've turned up tonight. And that is a week's notice now. So I've come back to show my proof, for Rick to show his proof, and let's put that one away, put that one to sleep.
And we go over all the other shit. Like I said, Eric from fucking day one.
Let's get past this picture, Rick.
It's about
we do the picture at the end. Like I told you, Eric, we go through all this stuff. We want to know what race you're about to start. Question number one, what race?
What about this one then? Nathan, are you proud, right?
He's just going to keep talking shit and answer no questions, Dave. At this point, I will just terminate this altogether. He ain't going to answer fuck all.
Well,
What race am I against, Eric? He's made out I'm a terrorist and a racist, and he tried to endanger my family. What race am I against?
What about you insulting dead people's dead?
No,
Never mind
Eric,
the question,
that's an
Eric.
easy
Answer the
question to
question.
answer, mate.
Pardon?
That's an easy question to answer.
What?
What
What do you
race?
mean, what race am I against? You've made
No,
out
no,
I'm a
Nathan.
terrorist, you made out I'm a racist, and you've endangered my family to the point where I've had to fucking move my children's fucking shit
Nathan.
around.
Nathan, can we get over this picture? Can we move forward, look?
No, we're not. No, we're not. So you can stop fucking begging Nathan. It ain't gonna happen, I'll tell you that now, because I'm the only one sat in the evidence. Simple as that.
It's Plisco, you know.
So you either answer the questions, you stupid fat fuck, or you just do one and fuck off back to your weird little fucking creepy fucking
Triggered.
crew of weirdos.
Triggered.
Ricky Damon fan club.
Is Nathan going to show this picture or not?
No,
sorry, Rick,
you're not
show
showing
it?
anything, Eric. You can't answer a question, can you? You've already proved to us on a previous deal that you can't be trusted and you won't keep to your word.
How do you
Since
work that?
then, between last week and this week, you've already put a video out defaming CMW. Have you told Nathan about that? Oh, you didn't mention that, did you?
Well, yeah, because I tagged Nathan in it. No, I tagged Nathan in it. I put his name.
Well, I haven't seen it yet.
This seems pointless. He ain't going to answer no questions, so at that point, Plisco can whistle. I couldn't give a fuck.
Well, that goes to prove then what fucking liar you are then, Rick, doesn't it?
Well, you can't answer a basic question, Eric. If you're not here to answer questions, what the fuck are you here for? You already
you're
know
not
you're
showing
a
a picture.
shit. You already know you're a fucking weirdo that runs about for Jason Tyler. You can't name one reason why you've even got a grievance with me, and you put my fucking kids in danger, and you make up these fucking hate campaigns. You can't even explain why. What's your issue with me?
I expose.
What's your issue with me?
I expose internet liars. That's what I do.
What for lied about then, Eric?
A picture.
What for lied about then, Eric?
Right.
Carry on, Bisco.
You've had 1 week to show me this picture, right? I've posted 2 links to my TikTok accounts where I've got 2 different pictures. I've given the original picture. Yeah. What more do you want? I've never put you in my fucking wall, right? Now you're saying I've put Kaylee up. I've never put Kaylee up. Kaylee, I do not have a problem with. She thinks I troll her. I don't troll her, right?
Have you ever put Jupiter on there?
Yes. Moon and Jupiter are on
so
it.
why did you put Jupiter up there? Is she a pedo?
Is she a
pedo, Plisco?
They are non-supporters, right? And I've got a lot of evidence to back that up. And as soon as something happens,
So it's a pedo protector wall then, not a pedo wall, is it?
What's that?
Is it a pedo wall or a pedo protector wall?
It's anything to do with nonsense. And if you want, Rick, I'll find a picture of you and I'll put you up and I'll put you front and centre. I'll put easy up.
Please go, it won't make no difference. Have you?
On the wall.
Please go, it would make no difference to me. You're irrelevant. You're not important in any way, shape, or form.
End the story. You've still not shown your evidence that you keep asking other people to go and find and give you. So don't fuck about me, right, Rick? Because I'm not a dafty like you think you are.
No, you are, Plisco. You're showing yourself to be a fucking muppet 2 weeks ago when I said I was already going to Torquay and your ass fell out. You kept quiet.
No, hang on. The only person I knew was down this way was Chrissy Morris. And he still hasn't told me when he's coming down. I'm going to have him.
Could this be a case of somebody what you've done?
There's people starting up shit for me every day. Just like it. Fucking Rick's just done there. I put Kaylee up. I've never put Kaylee up. I don't fucking have a problem.
All right, let's go into some stuff that you have done then, Plisco. So when I asked you the first time,
let's sort this problem out.
When I asked you the first time, have you ever put children's pictures on the dark web? Your answer was
no.
Stop deflecting.
What did you say, Plisco?
The answer to that
you didn't say yes or no, did you? You said I never used the dark web.
No, right? Because I've never been on the dark web. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple as that, right? My computer's a few. Essex Police know what devices I've got. Bedfordshire Police know what devices I've got. Everett Common Police know what I've got. Dorset Police and the Met Police.
Right, and then I asked you again a second time, and I said, "Well, seems you said
Listen,
you
Rick,
made out you hadn't.
you're
I said,
going
well,
for
have you?
right. I'm
I
not
am
going
talking,
to continue
Briscoe.
speaking
I am
to
talking. No one
because
can hear you anyway at the
7
best
days
of
and you've
times.
still not shown
No one
one
can hear you at the best of
picture.
times.
See you later, Rick. Keep it up and you all go up on the wall.
Yeah, you'll run away now, won't you? Are you running, Briscoe? Are you running?
Well, he's heard
Oh,
enough,
bye.
hasn't
All right,
He's
well, I'll
heard
finish
enough.
off what I was saying anyway.
he? He's heard
I
enough.
asked Briscoe a second time,
Stop
have you ever put
deflecting.
children's pictures on the dark web? And his answer
Deflecting.
changed then to, oh, well, I pretended I did. I did a mock
Deflecting.
video making out that I had.
Deflecting.
So, realistically, it's inconclusive. You've got
Deflecting.
Briscoe saying that he made it up, that he did a mock video to make out he had put children's pictures on the dark web, which is fucked up in itself.
You're
And
deflecting,
then on
Rick.
the other side of that, you've got Brian Hill saying, well, you did put my pictures on the dark web, blah, blah, blah. So it's inconclusive, realistically.
Right,
When
Nathan,
we
don't
know
you...
that Briscoe can't answer a question straight and has to run off from the panel, I think it's pretty evident, to be honest.
Right, Nathan, are we going to sort this problem out so we can move on,
Yeah, we are. What race am I against, Eric?
Well, it's got nothing to do with... We're talking
No,
about...
you answer a
Let's go,
question, you
just
fit
come on.
bastard. You've done about 100 videos on me, tried to endanger my family. What race am
You've
I
asked
against?
Plisco. You asked Plisco to come on. Plisco came on.
Yeah, and he's run off
Giving
now.
you
He
the
can't answer
answer,
a basic question like
and
you,
you
Eric.
don't like the
He's
answer.
like you can't answer a basic question. What race am I against, you fat fuck?
So it doesn't have to descend into something just asking a question.
It does, doesn't it, Nathan? It does.
He can't answer a question. I've asked him how many times. Basic question. What race am I against? Do you want to say it slower, Eric? What race am I against? For you to call me a racist.
Nathan, who's doing the insulting?
Well,
Not
you two, I want to address that, please.
You too, Nathan. What do you mean, you too?
I want to address something because there's a couple of people in the comments that are basically saying about supporting certain things. That the whole point of me and Gary being here is to be ombudsman and to mediate this. And again, people are doing exactly what we're saying, trying to bring us into it and say, "Oh, you are involved." This is between you two.
the slander video he did halfway through the week should have told us everything we need to know.
Rick's been
The
talking
target
the
is
last 10 minutes.
CMW. I'll just get him away.
Rick's been talking the last 10 minutes. Can I have a chance now?
Yeah, and you've not answered a basic question, and Plisco's ran off. Now what do you want to do, Eric? You can answer some questions, or is this the end?
Nathan, you said last week
I will not move forward. Nathan's not got the evidence until I send it in, okay? So unless I say yeah, you're not pressing anything and we're not seeing nothing. So you can either answer some basic questions or you can fuck right off. You choose.
I haven't seen evidence from either. Neither Gary.
What do you mean you haven't seen evidence from neither of you? Nathan, don't lie, mate. You've seen the video. The video's got your apology, your letter in there saying I believe CMW are not mixed up with any scams. Don't lie, Nathan. You've seen it.
I didn't watch all of it, but
You've watched my video, Nathan.
that is your fault.
What about it, Eric? Because I've only sent it him about fucking 10 minutes ago, you dickhead.
Everybody on YouTube's seen it, Nathan.
Well, he's not had a chance to, obviously. He's not had a chance to watch it all, obviously, because we're here right now. We have been for the last however long, you dickhead.
I honestly thought you and Gary were going to be impartial and fair. And I've just didn't
fair like you, Eric, that can't answer a fucking basic question. Right, we'll start slow then. We'll start lower then.
Can I just say?
Yeah, go on, Gary.
Can I just say something here, right? The easiest way to sort this out is for Eric to tell Rick what Rick wants to know, and then Rick's got to put that picture up. Simple, eh?
Yeah,
he's asking one question. When that gets answered, he'll put his one up.
Right,
simple.
Yeah, but Gary, but the problem with Rick, what he'll do, he'll go on for the next 4 hours because he won't like the answer.
If it takes 4 hours because you're not answering the questions, it takes 4 hours, Eric.
Right, go on then. Head off. Ask me a question. But as long
what race am I against, Eric?
I don't think you're against any race, Rick.
Well, you've put several videos saying racist, Islamophobe, blah, blah, blah.
I have got the video where you are calling that Muslim.
You've got a lot of videos, Eric. Let's be fucking honest.
You've
made them all private.
Answer
I've got them all to my fingertips.
Nathan, can you control this or not?
So what race am I against, Eric? You've made out an Islamophobe. Do you know what the word means? And a racist.
I have.
This is getting out of hand because it's doing it again. It's quite easy to answer a question. When we say we haven't seen any evidence from either of you, so we did not know at any point that video is your sole evidence you're relying on, Eric, because the same way as Rick's got about 20 videos. This is why we was hoping to have some sort of condensed sort of evidence that we can actually make a decision on. We're not going to get through this if we're going to keep bickering. So,
listen, Nathan, I'm not bickering, right? Rick asked me a question and he still hasn't given me the chance to answer it. And you just muted me, but you didn't mute him. Okay?
I just do both.
Right. So now what I'm going to say is the only evidence I've got of Rick being a racist is him outside of Disbury Mosque saying to the Muslim man, "You stink of 7-year-olds." Right?
That is not a racist comment.
Sorry? All right, okay. All right, I'll take it back, and he's not a racist.
That is it's not a nice comment. And in no way do I think.
Yeah, but don't you think that contributed to Rick having to move out of his house because he called his neighbour that?
I don't know the whys
it's
and
Rick's own
wherefore.
words, isn't it? It's Rick's own word. He said it, nobody else. He said that Muslim man stinks of 7-year-olds.
Which move are you trying to link Rick with?
Well, you just asked me a question, Nathan, and I just told
Right,
you the
so
reason
you're
why
going
I
on
think
about
he's
a
a racist.
6-minute video which you've clipped and edited the life out of my
Do you
52-minute
want to play
video.
that? Do you want to play
Put the
that?
whole
I
video
took that
up.
off of your channel, Rick. I took that
Put
off
the
of your
whole
channel.
video up then, Eric.
I took it off of
I've already
because
put the whole video on my channel countless amounts of times
here
every
we go.
time you say it.
I told you he would not like the answer and it would go on for hours because he
Well,
doesn't
if you
want me
don't
to
like the
take.
answer, I'm going to discuss the answer with you. I have to prove where you're
Have I
talking
just
about.
answered that question? Have I just answered that question? Yes or no?
No.
Yes and no, because like Rick says, and that's the bit that hasn't been addressed. There is a full-length video.
Right, what do you want me to address then, Nathan?
Context.
Nathan, what do you want me to address? Come on, just tell me. What do you want me to address?
It's a 52-minute video, and you took and snipped and messed with and made 6 minutes to try and make me look bad. You put the whole video up, and you don't actually look that bad. It looks like I'm defending the deaths of children, Eric. What are you about?
Rick asked me a question. What race did I think he was against? I said to him, I don't think you're racist, but the only racist evidence that I have seen is that video with him calling the Muslim man, telling the Muslim man he thinks of 7-year-olds. Now, what more answer can I give? What do you want me to say?
So, as I'm saying, that's a 6-minute edited video, which you've
Yeah.
played with. You already,
Yeah.
the first one you did was 8 minutes. Then you had to snip 2 minutes off that because you were getting bad press from Britain First. You didn't like that, so he chopped it down to 6 minutes so you could barely tell that it was with Britain First on the day.
Right, I've just answered that question. I don't think Rick's racist. The only evidence that I've seen of Rick's...
Right, so if I'm not racist, what are these videos all over your channel that make out that I'm racist and Islamophobic?
Show them, get the
Show
proof.
you. Show you.
Yeah, show us.
All right, 1 second.
It's not hard for Eric to take down any content. So that
Nathan, don't listen.
Yeah.
Why, Nathan? Why are you saying things like that towards me when
Right,
you're not
so
saying
this one.
Well, no,
So this one is.
Just answer your question. Can we move on?
This one's titled "Racist Islamophobe Slipper Mouth Tells Innocent Muslim He Smells of." Yeah, is that yours, Eric?
Yeah, that's it. That's the ones.
Right. So first word racist. First word racist.
Proof. Play it.
Listen. First
Proof,
word.
play it. We got to show the proof, haven't we? This is
Look,
what we agree.
I ain't fucking telling you. Fuck all. I ain't playing nothing, you weird cunt. I'm going through
Well, that's
video.
not proving anything, then, is it? We're never going to get anywhere, Rick.
First word racist. Address that now.
Right. Rick.
You said it wasn't racist, so why did your video imply that I'm not only racist but Islamophobic?
Well, do you want me to answer it or not?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Rick, I don't think you're racist. The only evidence I have found is when you called the Muslim man.
Yeah, you just said
the
all
Muslim
that.
man, he thinks, well, that's
Now
what
I'm
you
going
want me
through
to say.
your video list, and the first word it says is racist, Islamophobe. Explain that, please.
Racist Islamophobe because you said to a Muslim man he stunk of 7-year-olds. That's
And that
the
makes
only
me
evidence
racist,
I've
but you
got.
just said that I'm not racist, yeah?
That's the only evidence I've got of you being racist.
So so I am racist or I'm not racist? Make mind up.
Well, that's the only evidence I've got of you being racist.
Right, what does that show? What does that
Well,
little
by
video
you
show?
saying to a Muslim bloke you stink of 7-year-olds,
Yeah.
I say that's racist.
Why
But
is
that's
it
my
racist?
opinion.
Why
That's
is
my
it
opinion.
racist?
Because
Where's the
it is.
racist content? Where is it? Where?
I wouldn't dream of walking up to a Muslim bloke and saying, "Hey, mate, you stink of 7-year-olds."
Did he just walk up to a random person in the street and say that, or was he stood outside of a mosque which killed 22 children and
Doesn't matter where
150
he
people?
does it.
Pardon?
So anyway,
No, not
Rick,
anyway. Not
Rick,
anyway. All right. Well, what race was the Muslim that apparently said that to? He was apparently a Muslim.
So yes, we are meant to be united, and this is why this bickering needs to stop. It doesn't get us anywhere.
that's right. It
You
doesn't.
do
That's
realise
right.
that Muslims are not a race, and you do realise that Islam's not a race. It's an ideology which any colour of the rainbow can follow. So where's your race? Bullshit.
Listen, I took up Gary's advice, and we said what we'd agreed on was Rick asked me a question, I answered that. I have answered it several times, and I've given him the same answer every time.
Yeah, but
And
you
then we can move
contradicted
on.
yourself, haven't you? Because your own video contradicts you. The first word in your video is racist, and then Islamophobe. And a picture of me.
To be fair, he said that's his sole evidence of saying you're a racist.
But all the other videos are the same.
It's abhorrent.
That's the only evidence I've got.
It's classed as
So
hate.
find some more, Eric. I'll find some more if you like. Not a
But it doesn't
problem.
matter because it'd be the same video, Rick. Look, I'll say it again.
Yeah, because they're
The
all the
only
same
evidence
videos.
that
The
I've
problem,
got of
Eric.
you being racist is
Here's
you
another
talking to a
one.
Muslim man.
A1000, aka Katie B.
Your mate.
So we tried to make out that we're somehow connected and all this shit. Did you write that
Rick,
wrong?
don't
Then,
move
Eric?
on. No, Rick, don't move on. Look,
No,
listen.
we're going through them
No, I've
all,
answered
Eric.
the
We're
question.
going through all your videos, Eric. I
No,
told
I've
you to bring
answered
a
that
fucking packed
question.
lunch, mate.
No, the
I
agreement
told
was
you to bring a packed lunch, mate. We're going through every single one of your videos.
no.
Oh,
Gary
we
Clark
are,
said
honestly, we are. We are.
no. Gary Clark said.
You want
Gary Clark
attention?
said.
You want attention? You've got it now. You're on CMW's platform. We're going through all of your videos, Eric. Every single
Gary
one.
Clark said. Hang on, Gary Clark said that I was to answer a question of yours and then you show the proof. I've just done that. Now we've got to
I've
move
got a
on to
lot more
that.
questions yet, Eric. Like
No,
I said,
Rick, but
early on in the week, bring a packed lunch. It's going to be quite a day. Here we are. You've
But
answered one
Rick,
question up to now, and you've conflicted that. You can't even get that straight.
exactly. So we're not. That's it. We moved on. If there's conflict, there's conflict.
No, there's not. No, Nathan, how is there conflict, right? Nathan, come on.
You've
He
just
asked
called
me a
me.
question.
You said I'm
I-
not a racist, but then we look at the video and it says racist Islamophobe, and then it goes back
Nathan,
to, oh, well,
I
that's the
thought,
evidence
I
that it's
honestly thought
racist.
you
So
were going to
which
be.
is it, Eric? I am either racist or I am not.
Nathan, I really thought you was going to be unbiased over this.
I am.
sounded a little bit.
Yeah, I am unbiased, Eric.
You're not. Nathan, you're not.
I'm
What have
not
I not done then? What have I not done? I've answered the question.
I've
Have I? What have I?
literally, Eric, I've literally just said to Rick that you've already said that is your sole evidence, and there is grounds to say that you haven't got grounds to say, oh, this man's a racist.
No, listen, Nathan, listen.
You've
Please
got to
listen to what I say.
Take it that
Listen.
it's been cut, the whole situation.
Right.
Right.
I said it about 4 times. I'll say it again. I do not think Rick is racist, but the only evidence that I have of any racism which I can find is him telling the Muslim man he stinks of 7-year-olds. Now, what more do you want me to say?
Well, this is why I've already said that you've answered
What
the
race
question.
do you think
That
he
is
is?
your stance. We're not going to move from there. So, Rick,
Right.
now your
No, it's
chance
not.
to put some evidence up, because Eric's got his chance to ask a question, and you've got to put your evidence up.
Right. Come on in, Rick. Show this picture. Or show it to Nathan in the back.
I told you we did a picture at the end. We're going through all your videos, Eric. Other than that,
No, we
don't
didn't
run
agree
away.
that, Rick.
It's
Rick, we
took us
didn't agree
25 minutes to get one answer, which you can't even answer in
I've
a
answered it.
fucking reasonable fashion. You've
Because
just
you don't,
contradicted your own answer with your own
you
video.
don't like my answer. That is the sole fucking why you're arguing.
Because you've not give a clear, concise answer. Am I racist? Yes or no?
Rick, listen.
Yes or no? Just
I
yes or
don't.
no.
No,
Let's play yes or no for half an hour while we go through your videos. Yes or no? Am I
no,
racist?
you're not racist, Rick. Rick's not racist.
Right. So
Rick
why
is
does
not
your
racist.
video state
Rick
that I
is
am not
not
only
racist.
racist but Islamophobic?
Because in there it states
Are you
you're
trying to
talking to a
slander me?
Muslim bloke. You're talking to
You're
a
trying to,
Muslim bloke saying he thinks of 7-year-olds.
right?
A lot
And
of
what?
people.
How would that have any race fucking issue attached to it?
Well, because I think it does somehow.
Well, it does. Well, explain it then.
Well, I'm not the only
I've just
person who thinks.
explained to you, Islam isn't a race, and nor are Muslims. Okay, so
Right.
show me where
I've
it is
just
that
done
I'm
the.
racist
Listen,
by saying that he's stunk
I've,
of 7-year-olds.
I've
Are
given
you
you.
aware that his
Well,
prophet?
Eric's already said that it's without proper foundation. I would say it's the easiest way. So he's already conceded that that's his whole reasoning. So
Yeah.
if Eric
We've got about another 40
Eric,
videos of this racism bullshit to go through. Yeah,
got to give Eric
And you
chance
asked me
to
yes,
try
no,
and change
and
his videos if he feels he's wrong or has been proven wrong. You can't just expect him to do it with a click of a finger.
I will just point out, Nathan, that those videos have not been on my fucking site, on my YouTube channel for months and months and months.
it doesn't matter, Eric. They were still there originally, and the hate around it you've still propagated. You
Well,
tried to
maybe.
throw me in the mix with
Well,
MDL. You've
well,
said to me that you'd be surprised what the young boys of MDL do for a 10 bag. What's in the
because
10 bags, Eric?
why? Listen, Rick. Why I took the videos
What's
down
in the
was
10 bags that you're giving to
listen,
young Asian lads,
Rick.
Eric?
Right.
So we're going to make more claims without evidence being up.
Why I took
I've
the
got the
video.
evidence.
Why I took the
I've got-
video down was I had a second thought. I looked at the videos and thought, do you know what? I'm wrong there. Rick isn't racist. He did say that Muslim man he smelt at 7-year-olds. So I'll take them videos down and leave them down.
So am I still looking at one of your videos now then, Eric?
What? Which one?
Do you want to play a bit?
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's in part of a big video, yes.
That's part what?
Sorry, I do apologise. I've got some. Yes, I just remembered. Yeah, but there's not an actual video. There's the one. There's lots of stuff in there about that.
There's definitely a video, Eric.
Yeah, there is.
I'm looking at it right now.
Listen, Rick.
Share
I'm
your
sorry.
screen. That's right then, Rick. If you've got a bit
Rick,
of evidence you want to put
I'm
up.
sorry, I got it wrong. Yes, there is still a clip in one of those videos. All the original ones are taken down. Rick, I do not think you are a racist by any means. So can we move on there, please?
Racist today.
There you go. Right. We're not going to do this, as Eric has just said, and he's just openly said he doesn't think you're a racist. We've got to move on, Mick.
Well, why am I still... He said months ago then, yeah? So this video I'm looking at now is from 6 months ago, and it's still public today.
Well, if it is there, then
It's not. That's a lie, Rick.
Well, how am I looking at it then, Eric?
You're lying, right? You're lying, Rick.
How am I looking at it then?
You're lying, Rick.
All right, I'm lying then. How am I playing it then?
Because all the videos, there's one video on my wall, right? It's 1-year-old. All the rest are 1 month old. So there's not a video on there from 6 months ago. Anybody can go and check that now on my channel to see whether I'm lying or not. There is no videos on my channel older than 1 month, apart from one video, which is 1-year-old. And that 1-year-old video has nothing to do with you. Anybody go and check it now. Nathan, can you check my channel, please? Nathan, could you check my channel, please? Just to make
I'm
sure.
going to jump back in. I'm going to jump out and jump back in. It's gone all crackly as fuck.
Bear with me.
Could you do that, Nathan? Just to prove I'm not lying.
Yes, mate.
What is your channel, Eric?
Well, if you put in Eric, normally it just comes up. Normally, I think ERIC, and that's it. Normally, it's got a picture of 2 sheep on it.
Hang on a minute.
You won't find no videos older than a month, apart from one video, which is 1 year. There's no videos older than a month.
What one am I looking at? I want to cow.
Go on, yeah, there's sheep actually, black sheep they are. But go into my video list. You won't find any videos older than a year apart from one video. So where he's getting the videos 6 months ago, I don't know.
Oh, you'll have to produce it if you want it.
Can you see them?
None that's don't say.
They're all 1 month old. And the reason for that is because I kept getting strikes on my videos. So what I done was took them all down. So nothing's been up there for months and months and months.
The oldest one I can see is
1
the
year.
Sayers of Newcastle Home Smash.
Yeah, all the rest are 1 month. So there's another claim. He just makes all these claims all the time. It's bullshit. It's just slander after slander after slander after slander. He's pulling the fucking wool over your eyes, I'm telling you.
Well, no, like I said, the whole point is we're not here on.
Well, he is, isn't he? Because he sat on your CMW platform now, right? It's the same as what I was saying to you before. People tar you with the same brush, so they're thinking he's bullshit and lying. You two must be the same.
Well,
and it's there in black and white. Anybody can see it. There's no video. Like I say, it was one video, 1 year old. The rest are 1 month old. It's just.
What's that channel called now? Because when I type in Eric, nothing comes up.
Well, it's just Eric, and that's it. And it's got a picture. It looks like 2 cows, but it's 2 black sheep. There's a bit of grass there. I could probably. I don't know. Can you not drop the link in the back for Gary, Nathan?
It's on charge now, man. Yeah, look in the back chat. I mean, I can put it on the screen, I think, if you want me to.
Yeah, carry on, mate. You put it up there.
Bear with me.
I do video after video on him because all he does, he wants to slander me the whole time with bullshit, and I'm not having it. So what I do, I put it back on him with the truth, and I put the proof there.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, that's my channel. You have a look at all them videos, they're all 1 month old, apart from the last one, which is a year old.
Oh, there's a handsome geezer. Not again.
I'll call anybody out. Anybody lying, I'll call them out. But I don't do it without proof. I only do it with proof. Is that agreed? There's no videos older than a month there, apart from the one?
Not that I can see.
Well, it's there. It's like it's black and white, Nathan, isn't it? You know, he's just made that claim, hasn't he?
Back on here, I clicked myself out the chat, but I just had a look and it starts off a year, then there's one video for a year, then it jumps right forward to 2 months.
Yeah, and he's saying there's videos that have been 6 months old. It's not. That's just fucking bullshit, smearing lies.
Right, so
Rick needs to explain that lie, doesn't he, really? Why he said that. No? But you agree?
Well, he's here.
I've just answered the question, but no, I don't think he's a racist. I may have changed my mind since. And I may have took the comment to the Muslim bloke about the 7-year-olds out of context. Let's move on from the next one. So next one is Rick showing the proof of this picture of him on it.
Okay, so Katie B.
No, Rick, stop deflecting, mate. The
No, no,
agreement
no.
was-
I told you we're going all through your
No,
videos. I don't
no.
care if you took them down.
That's
Do you
we didn't
think I
agree that.
care when I've had to move my fucking family? You weird cunt.
What?
Do
Because
you
of
think
me?
I care that you took them down?
What?
Does that
You
rewrite
took
the
them
history
down
because
for
you've
me.
took them down and made them private, Eric? You'll put them back up. The KTB one, 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, whatever, was
What?
able to play. Now that one won't play. So you've literally just made
You're
them private.
mental. You're mental, Rick. I
You've
haven't touched
literally just
it.
made them private, Eric. I
You're
was trying to play
bullshitting,
it. It
Rick.
played before we started, and now it won't play. Why would
You
that be?
fucking
Why would that
barefaced
be?
fucking liar.
Why would that be? I've saved all your
You
videos anyway, Eric,
barefaced.
so I will
How
go
the
through my
fuck?
own list if you want. It's not an issue.
How the fuck? You might have a link to unlisted. They might be unlisted. I don't know.
No,
But they're not on my channel.
well, there was on your channel.
They fucking wasn't.
Yes, there was, Eric.
You lying cunt.
I don't have to lie, Eric. You're the one that does that. Clearly,
You are a fucking lying cunt.
I've never had to take any of my videos down, Eric.
How the
I have
fuck could
Jason
I take
Tyree.
them down that
Do that
quick?
for me, don't I? Every time
You
it doesn't
lying
go.
twat. Now
Every
that
time
just
it don't go
proves
your
what
way.
a fucking
Yeah.
liar you are. You are a
I'm a
lying
liar.
cunt.
I'm a liar.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a liar. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. So now it's your turn to show this proof, Rick.
No, we'll just go through your video
No.
regardless, Eric. It
That
doesn't
was the
matter that you
agreement.
can't
I
play.
answered the
So the
question.
KTB one that you made
No.
out, we was
No.
connected and all
No.
that. Another person that spoke out against Hopestead, funny enough. Weird that, isn't it? You made out we're somehow connected on that video. So
funny
do you
how
want to
you
explain that one?
It's funny how you keep fucking defending that hostess, that with the kids, isn't it? That's weird, Rick. Why is that?
KTB.
What do you think
KTB
about?
that you tried
What's
making.
What do you
Pardon?
think of Ricky Dearman then, Rick?
What did
Do
you
you
say?
think he done it? Do you think he done that to them kids?
I think there's that much staging around and people plans put in place to attack people around anyone that asks a question. Never mind pointing the finger, just asking a question brings people like you, doesn't it?
Right, you had a bonus one there. So right, now we agreed I would answer the question about the racism, which I've done. That
Right,
was a
that's one
generous
video.
agreement,
Well done.
which I've
That
done.
took
Which I've
us how
done.
long? It's going to be a long night if we take this long to go through each thing, Eric.
The agreement
I'm
was,
not playing all night. Simple
Rick,
as this.
you
We whiz
agreed
through
to
them
show
and we
the
just do
evidence.
yes or no.
Rick, I was to answer the question about the racism, which I've done several
Right.
times.
That's
The
one
agreement
video,
was-
Eric. That's one video.
The
How many?
agreement was,
Right,
Rick,
let's
Rick,
fucking
the
count, shall
agreement
we? How many
was,
videos have you done on me, Eric?
Rick,
How many
Rick.
videos have you done on me and my family, Eric?
It doesn't matter. We're not talking about that
Oh,
now.
it does
I agreed
matter,
to
Eric.
answer the
It will
racism,
matter when we meet in person. It will matter
Rick,
when you're in
I
court.
agreed to
The
do
third
the
party
racism
information.
question.
All right, let's ask you an interesting question then, Eric.
No, it
How?
doesn't work that way, Rick. It doesn't
No,
work
it
that way,
does.
mate. No, it doesn't,
No, it
Rick.
does. It does.
Rick, you're
So
embarrassing
I'm
yourself, mate,
aware
and you're
of some of the information which you've put on your videos can have only came from one possible place on the internet ever, and that was from ordering a t-shirt. Now, how would you have obtained that information? Because it's never been made public. It's never been on the internet. So how did you get the information?
Rick, you're embarrassing yourself and you're
No, I'm not
embarrassing
embarrassing
Gary,
myself.
mate.
I'm just highlighting what you're about and how you and Jason are tied together and will be
Rick,
going to court
Rick,
very soon.
you are embarrassing yourself and
No, I'm
Gary,
not
mate.
embarrassing myself. Answer
You
the
are.
question. Answer the question.
We agreed what we would do.
I don't
answered the
care, Rick.
question.
I told you from the fucking offset we'll be going through a lot of shit. Simple as that. I want to know how you have got all the third party information only given to one place when I ordered a t-shirt. Children's t-shirts at that.
I agreed to answer the question about the racism. Then you
I
had to
don't
show.
care what you've agreed to. There's plenty of questions, Eric, so you need to put your fucking big boy socks on and fucking answer questions. Simple as that.
Oh, right. So it's all about getting me on. I just answer. No, you show no proof.
No.
You're gonna ask, yeah, you're gonna be asked a lot of questions tonight, Eric.
What,
I
you
did
don't
tell
have
you
to show
that.
no proof.
Oh,
Right, you can
I
just
put
slander
27
people.
videos to show you where we would be asking
Listen,
questions around to
Rick,
give you a chance to make your notes.
Rick,
We are on the night now.
I just
So
proven you're a liar straight
all
away.
you've done is make your videos private this week. if you think that's a way of doing things, then I've already got your videos here to my fingertips, Eric. We'll go through them all one by one.
Nathan, can I just speak to you a minute? Nathan?
Sorry, Nathan keyboard, sorry.
Would you mind giving me a chance to speak and just mute him if you can let me speak, because he's not letting me speak.
All right, we'll let Eric have a say. I was away.
You would soon mute me up, but you're not muting him up, and it's a bit unfair, a bit unbiased, I'm afraid.
I've muted you up.
Well, that's what. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you would mute me up if I was speaking, but he doesn't seem to be getting muted. Now, Gary made a decision what to do. I should just stuck by that decision, and I've done that.
Yeah.
It was Rick's turn then.
That's one video, Eric. How many videos have you done? Just answer the basic question. How many videos have you done on myself and my family? That should give you a rough estimate of how long we're going to be here, Eric.
I've done what Gary said. I agree.
I don't care what you're rambling on about. Answer the basic question. How many videos do you think in your tiny little brain that you've done on me and my family, you little knobhead?
Listen, the insults are not good, Rick.
I don't care, Eric. I don't care. Insults, and I couldn't care less.
Hey, Gary, are you aware that he went to beat up an autistic kid who wears a crown on his head?
Autistic kid? He's not autistic for a start, and he's 27 years old, and he's been threatening to stab me and my dog. He called me a pedo.
Rick went to the bloke's house at 2 o'clock in the morning with a dog and his son.
No, it was 10 o'clock at night, Eric. It was 10 o'clock at night. You exaggerate everything you do, don't you?
All right, I'm wrong. Sorry, it was 10 o'clock at night. Sorry,
yeah,
Rick.
4 hours long. Always a twist to it. And oh, make it later, make it sound worse. I went to his house perfectly legally and lawfully and confronted him on his bullshit, like I will do you, Eric.
Sorry, I got it wrong. Yeah, but listen, right? He called you a nonce, right? You call people nonsense every day of the week.
I wonder why he did that, Eric.
You called me a nonce today.
Now that you're now saying, oh, well, maybe it's not right, and maybe I've reconsidered things. Do you think it might be that?
And that's
because
why Gary and Nathan...
You turned Omar, didn't you? You made Omar think that it was this, that, and the other, didn't you? And then he did a
Gary and Nathan
videos. Because you've made them private now. Do you think I care?
And that's why Gary and Nathan are getting tapped by Moon as well, also because Moon's friend is that Sean.
No, people get attacked because of your weird little snippet videos where you try to make people look bad because you're a disingenuous piece of shit. If you put the whole video up, I'd have people pat me on the back rather than talking shit, wouldn't I?
You went and knocked on an autistic kid's door who sits online with a crown on his head, who's clearly absolutely shot to fucking pieces, and you went and bullied him.
I went and bullied him, did I? But it's on video, Eric, and the police didn't seem to think so because they didn't even bother turning up. He was the one that made the ridiculous shit. I give him ample opportunity to apologise on the same live. He chose not to.
He did.
He chose not to.
He made a public apology online. He made a public apology online to the people.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. On the live that he fucking said it on. No, he didn't, Eric. It was inconclusive. He wasn't sure. Like you.
Listen, Rick, you've got to keep your agreement. I answered the questions. Now you've got to
You've got a lot more questions to answer, Eric. Which bit of this are you not getting?
I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree to that.
You're going to go through all your videos, Eric. That's the straight up and down of the fucking matter.
Gary Clark said, what I have to do is answer.
Now, you put up a picture of a woman claiming it was my wife. What was that one about, Eric?
Gary Clark said I was to move along, the only way to move along.
You put up a picture of a woman claiming it was my wife, Eric, and you wanted information on her, this, that, and the other. What was that one about, Eric?
Right, Gary Clark said
£500 reward for any information. That ring any bells?
Gary Clark said that if I was to answer
what Gary Clark said, you fat wombling fucking tank of dog shit.
Gary Clark said if I was to answer that question,
I couldn't give a fuck. You're either going to answer the questions, Eric, or we don't bother. It's as simple as that.
You're disingenuous then, aren't you? And you're disingenuous to Gary as well, and you're making him look a fucking fool.
I couldn't care less what you think, Eric. I don't think anybody cares what you think besides Danny Jones, Waver.
To be known, I've probably got more respect for Gary than
Lane Cole, probably. Mo Cole.
The agreement was I answered them questions. Gary, what do you,
Answer
can you
the
have a say
questions
on
then.
it or
It's
not?
not rocket science. You put a picture up claiming it was my wife. What was that about? What's 500? There was going to be a £500 reward for details on my wife. What was that about, Eric?
Gary, can you have a say on this or not? Because it
Stop
was you
saying
that made
Gary,
the
because
rule.
Gary's not going to save you. Simple as that.
Well, it was Gary that made the rule, and that Gary's the one who should falsify that rule. 'Cause I stuck to my side of the deal.
Yeah.
You're not, though, because you're not answering questions, are you?
I have.
You've
I've
answered
answered that
one
question.
question, Eric, and it's took you nearly 45 minutes.
Right, and I said at the time
So
when I
next
answered.
question, you can have a pick out of two options, Katie B or the picture of apparently my wife, where you wanted information who's
Right.
willing to pay £500. Which
I
one do you
will
want to go to,
answer.
Eric?
I will answer 5 further questions from you after you showed this evidence. I
You
can't be
will
no
answer
fairer than
all
that.
the questions and not do a hit and run, is what you will do. Or
I
you can
stuck to
fuck
my
off
word.
now.
I
It's as
stuck
simple
to
as
my
that.
word.
I can stay on it all night. I can fucking do this shit all night.
I
Or
stuck to
you
my
can
word.
not. It's up to you. I don't care.
I did
Can I
pre-warn you,
just
Gary.
come in here, please? Listen, I don't know you, Eric, right? Rick knows you a lot better than I do. But if it was me and I had the picture, now I would put the picture on just to shut you up.
Right,
And I would have then said, right, now I want to know this, this, and this. But obviously, I don't have the picture. I've never seen the picture. I don't know what it's all about. Like I said, I was on last week and I don't know what it's all about. But obviously, Rick knows you better than I do. So there might be a reason why Rick ain't going to do it. But that's what I would do myself, 100%.
Last time we did a deal with Eric, Gary, 12 hours later, he was out doing the same propaganda videos again after Danny saying, oh, he's a man of his word and all this. It lasted 12 hours, so I know for a fact, if I put whatever up now, he will disappear and jump on Danny's live and all this. He can answer some questions, all the questions about all his videos, or he can fuck off. I couldn't care less.
Am I allowed to reply to that, respond to that, without being spoken over? Right, what you done? You done that video, and I tried to explain it last week, and I got muted and cut off. You done that video with Kaylee, right? Kaylee played a crafty one. Kaylee didn't want the rest of the King's flag scam hearing her calling it out. Kaylee put that video on unlisted. I am not subscribed to her, so I only get it by bookmark. Somebody showed me that video 4 weeks later. She put it on unlisted. So you like for your Andy Devine and your Max Taylor could not see her running them down, Rick.
Eric, I send everything to do with the person. So let's say Andy Devine, for instance. I send him every single thing. Would you like to see the list of stuff that I've sent him over the last however many years?
No, just a picture would do be fine, thank you.
A picture of what? What do you want? A picture of Andy Devine or his dog? What are you on about?
No, the picture we're talking about, the accusations you made.
Yeah, we'll get to that once we go through all the other stuff. Like I've told you 1,500 times.
No, like Gary just said, there was an agreement made. I stuck to my side of the deal, and I did explain.
Yeah, but Gary's not aware that you're a slimy piece of shit that just likes to do a hit and run. Even then, right. So let's put it realistically. I put the picture up now. People can see that you're struggling to answer a basic question now. How likely are you going to stay around and answer all the other awkward questions once you've got what you want? No, thank you. Not playing your game. Not playing your game. Not playing your game at all, Eric. So answer the questions. I'll pick for you. So picture of apparently my wife and the £500 reward for information. What was that about?
Right, I'll be a man of my word as long as you can be a man of your word, Rick. I'll answer one more question.
No, you answer all the questions, Eric. Trust me, otherwise you won't move forward.
You haven't got the picture.
I'm not impressing anybody.
So you haven't got the picture. So you haven't. So why was you pleading to skits for this fucking picture?
I might ask you 40, 50 questions, Eric. We've literally just got past one question, and even that, it's not really very stable, is it?
Why was you pleading to skits to get this picture for you, Rick? You was hoping he would manipulate one for you, weren't you?
Why was I
pleading with skits? You was pleading with skits for this picture because you never
did I plead with him, or did I do a request video to see Skits
Yeah,
had
yeah,
something.
yeah. Well, that's pleading. I say it's pleading.
No,
Yeah,
that
he was
weren't
hoping
pleading.
he would manipulate a picture.
No, I simply asked
You
someone,
haven't
how
got
many
Rick.
people do you ask for
Be a
things?
man.
How many people
Rick,
do you
be a
ask for
man.
things?
Rick, be a man, own up and say, I haven't got the picture. I made a mistake.
How many things have
Go
you
on,
asked
give
for?
it.
How many things have you asked
Just
for?
own up.
And why has Jason
All you
been
got,
caught out giving you third-party stolen information, which ultimately
all
ends
you,
up in the court date?
this is
You've
not to
endangered
trigger
my
me into
life.
something.
You've endangered my life, my family's life,
No,
off the
you
back
did
of
that, Rick.
your weird little delusions that Islam's somehow a race or Muslims are somehow
Rick,
a race. And you put out
Rick, you didn't
information,
think about
money
Rick.
reward for information of my family. My family's had to move
Rick,
out. My family have had to move
yeah,
children out of the school
yeah,
because of little dickheads like you.
yes. Because you was
Yeah.
outside the mosque calling a Muslim man saying he's done to 7-year-olds. That's why you had to move your family out.
No, it's not though. Where that's just another
Yes,
twist
it
of your
is.
bullshit. You said that man lives
No, the
next door
same
to me.
day. The
Eric,
same
you've
day you
claimed
run to the
that man
police.
lives next door to me. Do you not think that I
You
would have
ran to
known
the
that when I
police.
was? You don't think I would have noticed that he lives next door to me? No.
Well, what did he
That's
say?
what you
What did
made
you
out
say
to
on that
people.
video,
I
Rick?
had to move because I didn't realise he lived next door. The man
Rick,
that was calling.
the bloke
Whatever.
says it on the video, Rick.
Pardon?
The bloke says he's your neighbour on that video, Rick. Stop lying.
On the
He
bit that
says,
you've snipped.
well,
On the bit that you've snipped. Yeah, it
the
does.
same Muslim man
I'll
says
tell
he's
you
your
word for word
neighbour.
what it says, Eric, because I'm fucking very aware I was there on the day for the whole 52 minutes. Without the
Yeah,
snipping that
and
you've
he
done,
says,
without the snipping what you've done, I say to him, is that van there yours? The van there that I was pointing to is an ex-police van that is sat there outside a mosque as a decoy police van. He said, I live next door. What did he say? I live next door to you. So I went, right, all right, well, it was literally a piss take, Eric. If you seriously thought of your stupid, this is the thing. I think you're that drugged up. You watch your own stupid edits that much. You believe what you've actually cut, rather than watch the whole thing, which comes out of a totally different narrative. That man ended up walking away, and he walked away neutralised because he knew what we were saying was bang on, correct, and he'd been stood there for 45 minutes, laughing and smiling, even though 22 children have been killed and 50 was injured. So was I a bit pissed off? Did I say the 7-year-old comment to trigger him because his ideology says that Muhammad is a perfect man and his wife was 6 years old? Did I say that to trigger him? Yeah, I fucking did. So fucking what?
yeah, I just said you're
Does
not
that make
racist,
me
Rick.
racist, Eric? Does that make me racist
No,
because I want to
no,
trigger
Rick,
someone?
listen. I said it about 20 times now, Rick. I don't think you're a racist. I think the
Well,
racist
you've made
comment.
out for fucking 2.5 years that I am, to the point where you've got fucking mentally ill people like
Well,
Omar running around still calling me nonce to this day, up until 3
we're
days
moving
ago.
forward, then, aren't
So,
we? We're moving forward. We're moving
pardon?
forward, Rick. You can't see it,
Well,
but
you
we're
better move
moving
backwards
forward.
and go and tell them all whatever, or you better do a fucking retraction video and say that you've got all your shit wrong.
I'll do a retraction video then if you put this picture out now. How about that for another deal?
It's one of them, Eric. You're not to be trusted. We've done this already. We did a deal and you fucked off. And he's now trying to say, oh, well, she made it public and then she made it unlisted. Like I said, I've already sent everything to Andy Devine. I will air straight after this ends the fucking chat with myself and Umbrella and Andy Devine. So just to wash you in dog shit, Eric, because you're an idiot. You're
That's
aware
what
of
I
this.
find
You've
amazing.
already
You
told
can't.
people,
Rick,
yeah, I've got every video he's got for the last 4 years. So you're not unaware, you are aware, but you wish to keep painting that same brush and using Umbrella as a weapon. Umbrella's not been around me for the last year, but you'll keep bringing it up until last week.
I'm not bringing her
Last
up.
time we was on this
No, I'm not
live.
bringing her up. Rick,
First
you
20
brought her
minutes,
up,
all
not
you went on
me.
about was Umbrella, Umbrella, Umbrella.
Rick,
Like I told you
you
at the
brought her
beginning,
up, not
Umbrella's
me.
nothing to do with CMW and nothing to do with me. Why do you keep tarring
Rick.
her?
At the end of the day, if we have the picture, can we produce it? It's well, this is just bickering back and forth. It's not going to get us anywhere. This was meant to be about evidence and put evidence forward. Eric, have you finished putting all your evidence forward?
No, I haven't started. I ain't had a chance, have I? Do you want me to show the picture? Do you want me to show I don't really want to put the picture on screen, but I'll put it on screen. You know I've got it, Nathan.
I know, but like,
you know it. Have you seen the video?
I know, but if we're going to argue about evidence, let's see the evidence rather than the picture.
Well, I've shown mine, haven't I, Nathan? I've shown mine.
Yeah.
I agree. I listened to what Gary said, and I agreed to do what Gary said. Gary said I must answer a question, which I've done, but the agreement was then Rick was to show the picture. But Rick has not done that. I've stuck to my word.
I must confess, I've been the keyboard too much, but yeah. Well, this is the whole point of this evening is about disclosure. So
Sorry, Nathan, I couldn't hear you. You're not very clear.
The whole point about see was meant to be disclosure.
Yeah.
We need to get disclosure out of the way, and then we can.
Yeah, but we didn't know that he was going to make his videos private. He's made all his videos private. They will be made public again the minute this fucking ends, and Rick will be a racist again. This is what I'm about.
No, you're lying, Rick. You're lying.
Well, I'm not lying, because we've already done a deal before, Eric, and it lasted less than 12 hours back at it. And like I've just told you, I sent everything to Andy Devine. I will air again after this, myself, Umbrella, and Andrew Devine again. Not that you're not aware, because you've got all my videos for the last 4 years, haven't you, Eric? So you are aware, you just choose to ignore these things, don't you?
Can we move on then and get this picture up? And we can.
Yeah,
move
we can.
On,
Next picture. So picture of my wife, £500 reward, details, go.
Why didn't you just say the embarrassment, Rick, and just say that I
Well,
haven't got that picture?
answer the question, Eric. Is this embarrassing for you that you put all this shit up? You can't justify that.
No, I'm not embarrassed one bit, Rick.
Is it embarrassing?
No, because an avatar can't be embarrassed.
You're not an avatar though where it can be reached. Don't worry about that, fella.
Well, I am. I'm a little green avatar with 2 sheep in it, Rick.
That will happen if you're in the UK, trust me.
I'm a little green avatar with 2 sheep in the picture, and that's it.
No,
So
you look like Fat Bastard, Eric. I've got a picture of you here now, which Wasp left us. R.I.P. Wasp. Thank you for the fucking gift that he left.
That's good.
You look like Fat Bastard off Austin Powers, Eric.
That's it. That's me. That's me.
Pardon?
That's me, yes, in that picture. Yes, that's me.
Yeah, yeah. You don't even look like you can move, Eric, so you're not going to run very fast, are you?
I can. No, I can. I'm in a wheelchair and I'm bedbound.
Yeah. Well, we'll see down the road, won't we? Simple as that. The fact of the matter is, Eric, I've got the evidence locked, loaded, ready to go whenever I want to fucking deal with these things. What ties you to Jason Tyler is a stolen data, which couldn't have come from anywhere else. It's never been anywhere online, so that's that. There is nowhere else where it kind of came from.
If I told you I was autistic, you'd probably be knocking straight on my door.
Eric, if I knew where you lived, I'd have already kicked your door down. Simple as that.
Why would you want to do that for?
Here we go. This is not the sort of thing.
You put my family's fucking life in danger. I'm probably going to deal with you in a fucking harsh manner.
It's embarrassing, Nathan. It's embarrassing, mate.
Embarrassing. This is not going anywhere. So we are going to show the evidence, or we might just cut the feed.
Yeah.
He's not going to answer questions.
I answered the question, Rick.
Right, we'll answer the question then. You put a picture of my wife up, apparently, and he wanted £500 as a reward. There was £500 reward offered for details. What's that about?
You embarrassed yourself tonight. I agreed to that. Well, Gary spoke out, and I agreed to it.
Yes or no?
To my side to do.
Or not. Other than that, I'll just terminate. I'm not going to mess my fucking weekend up for a dickhead that's going to sit here stumbling and not answer fuck all.
No, you're stumbling, Rick. You're the one that's stumbling, not me.
No, I'm not, though, Eric. I've got a long list of questions here in front of me. Would you like to read them all out now, and you can select as you want? You can do that if you want.
Yeah,
I've got literally
like
40, 50 questions here for you, Eric, containing the bits from your videos.
I want to sort out as well, so what I'll have a deal with you. You share the picture, I'll answer 3 more questions, and then I want to move to the Wendy Wu one. Then I want to move to the Wendy Wu one. So what about that?
No, we'll go through all my questions about your videos. Right. It shouldn't be hard, Eric. It's about the videos on your...
Just show that picture, Rick. Rick, show the picture, mate. Like we agreed, show the picture.
Like I just told you, I ain't going to give you nothing until we go through everything that I fucking
Rick,
told you we would be.
Rick, come
this week.
on.
It's not a
Be a
shot,
man.
Eric. I've told
Be
you
a
all week.
man.
I've put 27 videos out to show you where we're going with this line of fucking discussion. Not rocket science.
Right.
I've literally told you all week. Take notes, Eric. You're here on the chat. Take notes. This is what he said. This is what's been happening. Take notes. This is where we're going. And I told you. I told everyone else you would just want to do a hitman show where you turn up, want one thing, and then run off and answer nothing. Now, you managed to answer one question. How long are we into this live? You've answered one question. How long is this going to take, Eric?
Nathan, can you see that comment I just put on the screen? Nathan and Gary, can you see that comment I just put on the screen?
I can't see without my glasses.
Right, it reads, it's from Rick, right? It's from Rick to Wavy, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
Can you read it now or not?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Right.
The Gimper sold his sister to the Muslims who defends rapists today. Yeah, good man. What is this 30-year movement? He never did say, did he? Just that there was one.
Right, that is Rick to Wavy's dead sister, all right?
To Wavy's what?
Dead sister.
Well, how would she know she's dead?
What do you want to see? The fucking death
The
certificate?
people that
Like,
you're putting up, Eric, are fucking
what do you want to see? The
real
death
people
certificate or
that are
something, Rick?
alive today. What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you want to see? The death certificate like you did Sabina's when you were searching her death certificate?
I didn't ask for that, actually, Eric. That's another
No,
lie.
but Kaylee was searching it,
That's
wasn't
another
she?
lie. Yeah,
Kaylee was online searching
can't
it.
help yourself, can you? Well, Kaylee did. Well, what are you fucking telling me for, you fat ugly piece of shit?
That message, that Gary,
Why
I'll
are
let
you
you know.
telling me what Kaylee said, you fucking dumb cunt? Nothing to do with me, is it?
Rick's writing them
Nothing
messages.
to do with me, is it?
Rick is writing them messages.
Nothing to do with me, is it? So why are you bringing it up?
Rick is writing those messages to Wavies, and his sister had just died. His dead sister, and he's writing them type of messages. So you wonder why Wavy's not very fucking happy at the moment. I'm telling you now.
No, hang on now.
would I know?
Wavy, you want to come to my fucking house, son? Come. Because I don't give a fuck. I don't know what all this is about. I have had nothing to do with it. But I don't get two fucks. So let's just that sink in. So anyway, carry on.
Yeah, Wave's been chucking threats about for the last 4 weeks. He can't even leave his fucking garden.
Yes, because you've been insulting his dead sister.
How would I know his sister's dead for
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. 2 seconds. Who's insulted his dead sister?
Well, put it this way: if your sister had just died, Gary, and you
No. I just said it's bad, but who's insulted her? Is it me? Do I know anything about it? So you've just put it on that screen?
No, I agree with you, Gary. But I think you should really. I think you need to speak to Wavy about that, because what it is, I think, reading between the lines, I think what it is, you've always said you've got Rick's back 100%.
No, I've got his back when I know what's going on and he's in the right.
Right. So
but I can't back somebody up who's in the wrong, and he knows that. I've told him that many times.
Right. So what's happened is he's doing those messages, right? He's then saying the Wavy's going to come and beat his fucking lights out. He won't turn up. He won't turn up to Wavy's house. And he's saying Wavy's an old man and all that. Well, I think you're about the same age as Wavy, isn't you? So what he's saying is, I'll come to your door, Gary. I'll have a chat with you.
How does that make sense?
Yeah, he can come to my door if he wants, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's fucking going on. I ain't been on, like I said, for 2 years. I don't know what's going on. But if he wants to come to me, he's more than welcome.
There's been a lot being said in CNW's name, Gary.
How would it be said in CMW's name when I'm not part of CMW, dickhead?
Well, you make out you are, Rick.
No, I don't make out. Yeah, I make it very clear that I'm not.
Yeah.
Well, you're sat on all my videos, and like I said, I'm going to air another one after this, and we'll just prove it to be his right.
Keeping on about videos, Rick.
You've already admitted you've got all my videos, Eric. You're my number one fanboy. You little
Rick,
weirdo.
show the proof. Ruth, show this picture.
You
This
just
wouldn't
like
have
to
happened
try
now,
and
would it?
twist
If
things
you
to your
shown
narrative,
that
but the
picture.
fact of the matter is, for every edited video you've got, I've got a full video. I like the video that you tried to make Umbrella as a paedophile, but when you play the full video, it shows Jason should be around. You're very
Did
disingenuous,
you know,
Eric.
Jack? Well,
Twisty little edit.
Rick was even saying to AJ that he had killed
Let's
Sabine,
face
his
that.
girlfriend.
You're a dirty lying little.
No, I'm not. Proof there, Rick. I don't you worry. I put a video of you saying about it. You keep on accusing him of killing his missus who had just died. That all you was doing is listening to that dopey A1000 fucking KTB. Believe in her. You fucking lunatic.
We'll have a chat with him. You are a waste of time. You won.
No, I tell the truth, Rick. I tell the truth. That's
You
the
won.
difference.
I'm not interested, Eric. You're a lying fat sack of dog shit, and that's that.
No, you don't like the truth, Rick. It's the
Well,
truth.
I'm going to start maybe putting a review of all your videos that you took down, Eric.
Good.
So I'll do it on my own channel.
Just instead of all that bother, just put this picture up. Let's put that to bed, and we can move on. Like I keep saying.
Yeah, let's not do it like
stuck
you want it to Tom. Let's do it where I said. We'll go through.
I stuck to my agree. I stuck to the.
You've got 39 left, Eric.
Agreement.
We'll knock off the other 10. You've got 39 left. Right, so picture of my missus, £500 reward for details. Go.
I stuck to my word, Rick. Now you've got to stick to your
No,
word.
you haven't, Eric. No, you haven't.
Yeah, you done that off of Gary's back, that, and I agreed to do it.
Eric, I've already
Rick, Rick, can you answer me one question? Have you got this picture?
I've got this to show him, but I won't show him anything until he's answered the questions. I've made that clear from day
Gary,
one.
he's fucking lying. The bastard's
I said he
lying
would
to
do
you.
this. He just wants to turn up, see the picture, and then he won't
I'm
answer
gonna be
one
honest.
question. Up to now, he's answered one question.
Right.
He's contradicted himself. He's made all his
Gary,
videos
can I
private before this live. We are where we are.
Gary, can I
I'm
just
not
talk
the
to
one
you?
being
Gary, can I just talk to you a minute?
Somebody is, but it isn't me.
Gary, can I just talk to you a minute, please? Gary, when I came on
Yeah, no
last week,
problem, mate.
right, when I come on last week, right, I already knew the answer. That's why I asked the question. I already knew. Me and Danny Jones got Plisco after Rick had made all these accusations out during the week. Me and Danny Jones got Plisco into a meet call and said, right, Plisco, we ain't never fucking talking to you again now if you're bullshitting to us. Has Rick ever been on that fucking wall? And he said, no, he has never been on that fucking wall. So I knew the answer before I even came on here last week.
Yeah, but Plisco also said that he hadn't put pictures on the dark web, didn't he? But that seemed to be bullshit, didn't it?
Rick, you're bullshitting and you're embarrassing everybody.
Well, I've got Plisco's first answer and his second answer, and they're not the same, are they?
Well, no, you made the
No,
claim. You told everybody that
no.
you'd been sent it loads of times. And Nathan said he'd seen it and he would send it.
A lot of people have seen it, Eric. A lot of people have seen it, Eric. When it was first brought up, I won't say the name, but there's a female around it, laughed and went, yeah, I think you're on the bus as well. So I'm on quite a few things realistically. I'm on the wall, I'm on a bus, I'm on a fucking sinking ship. I'm on quite a lot of things. I'm obviously doing something right, because I'm annoying some people somewhere, right?
Well, I wouldn't say being put on pedo walls is doing something right, really. So you're going to have to show this. Gary, I promise you, he has not got that picture. That is why I said last week, if Rick shows that picture, I will take my YouTube channel down and you will never see it again.
Nobody's asked you to take any fucking shit down. You just chose to take your own videos down before this live tonight. Very disingenuous.
No,
Did
I haven't.
You know that people
was
going to look into your channel tonight?
You're lying. You're
Is that the problem?
Well, I can tell you one thing.
It's all gone down tonight, isn't it? But like I say, I'm looking at them right now.
You're a bullshitter. You're a liar. You're a fucking liar, Rick.
Pardon?
You're a liar.
Pardon?
You're a fucking liar. You're a liar.
I'm a liar. All right.
I can't believe you just lied to Gary Clark. I cannot
I
believe
can't
that.
believe that you lie every day, but you do, don't you, Eric?
I cannot believe you just barefaced lied to a person you've known for all these fucking years. How
What have I lied
fucking low
about?
is that?
What have I lied about?
Well, he asked you if you got that picture.
Right.
So tell him then if you've got it or not. Just tell him.
I've got some evidence to show you.
Have you got the picture? Just tell Gary yes or no.
I've got some evidence to show, yes. When we
Ask
get through
Gary.
these questions, Eric, you
Tell
will get
Gary
to
yes
see
or
it for
no.
yourself.
Say to
won't you?
Gary,
You will get to
listen,
see it
yes,
for
Gary,
yourself, won't you,
I've got
Eric?
the picture. No, Gary, I haven't got the picture.
You either answer the questions, Eric, or I'm just going to fuck this right off.
You're embarrassing yourself and you're
I'm embarrassing, but we've been
everybody
on
else.
this live how long and we've managed to answer one question. Yeah,
It's a
I'm
fucking
embarrassed.
shame to see it's a shame to see people like you bring a good people down like Gary and Nathan.
Not
fucking
people like
shame.
you that make out people are racist when they're not, and ask for people's
gone over
family
that one.
members
We've
to
gone
be
over that one,
highlighted so you could give them £500
we've
and
gone
£10
over that one.
all this with shit. You're the one that runs
Rick,
around.
we've gone over that one.
Young Asian lads.
Eric,
Rick,
I'll
we've gone over that one.
so it's
You're
nothing about
embarrassing.
CMW down. This is nothing to do with CMW. This was just meant to be putting up evidence. It's you two.
That's right. That's right.
Win. It's not me and Gary.
But
We're
in
review
all
the
fairness, Nathan,
you both put up
How
half.
can we review the evidence when he's made everything private? How?
and to be fair, Nathan, you
Not
know, I mean,
answer the
I've got
question, you fat dumb bastard. How can we review things when he's made everything private?
I'm sure I could have deleted all them
Going
videos in
live,
that short time.
which is the
Nathan
way
went
we've
and looked
done
at
it
that
because
channel
you've
straight
done
away.
whatever you've done. We're stuck on my
You're
list,
just a
so
liar, Rick.
like I
Rick,
said,
you're a liar.
we've got another 39 questions. Go. It's not rocket science, is it?
The problem is people see
Oh, the problem
Rick
is,
as part
Eric,
of
is you
CMW.
can't answer a basic question based on your own fucking videos. You
No,
ask
I
me a
can't. I've
question
answered the
about my
question.
videos, and I'll answer you, no problem.
But no, that wasn't the deal. I said I would answer the
Oh, was it
questions
not
about
the
the
deal? I
racism
think
thing,
it
which I've
was,
done.
Eric. It's quite well fucking documented.
No, it's quite clear. It
He
was
said,
quite clear.
all right, yeah, Eric.
Just be a man and say, look, you even dragged Plisco on here, and Plisco had told you
Yeah,
in
he's
his
run
own
off.
words
Why has he run
you
off?
was
Yeah, he's run off
on.
when I
What do you
started
want him to
asking
do?
questions.
No, because it was about the picture.
About
You
what?
asked him the question. He
Why
told
did
you
he
the
run off?
answer. You didn't
Why
like
did he
the
run
answer,
off?
so you wanted him to stay
Why
on there.
did he run off?
He didn't run off. He answered your question. He
No, he
answered the
didn't.
question. He told you.
No, he didn't.
He told you. You have
No, he
never been on
didn't.
that wall. Kaylee's never been on that wall. He said, I've got nothing against her. Yes, Jupiter was on that wall. He answered your question, Rick. What more do you want? Just because you don't like the fucking answer.
It's not about liking the answer. Why did he run off when I asked him the question about putting pictures on the dark web?
He came on here to answer the question about this
I was
picture.
there,
Whether
Eric.
you
You
was
don't
on
need
it
to
or
run
not.
me through what was said. I was fucking there, you weirdo.
Well, somebody's got to explain it to you, Rick, because you're just not
No, they
taking it
don't,
in.
Eric. People just have to be able to fight their own battles. You don't know why you're here instead of Plisco. Plisco could have had opportunity to be on
Well, I
there and we
didn't.
go through things civil
Hang
because
on.
I don't know what Plisco's like, but I already know what you're like. You
Listen,
don't stick to your word, Eric. You're a lying, scheming, fucking wrong. You've never stuck to any deal in your life. So
I was fighting my own battles, and you and Nathan.
no, he
Nathan
wasn't,
asked Plisco
Eric.
to came on.
Was your
Yes,
name
that's what happened,
Plisco?
Rick.
Was your name fucking Eric, the fucking weirdo crap
I didn't ask Plisco to come on, did I? Rewind, Rick. Go and listen to it. I never asked
It's not.
Plisco to come on.
Are you fucking stupid? Is this your issue, your fight, or is it Plisco's? It's nothing to do with you at all, you fat dickhead. So
Well, because when you tar, no, listen. This is what happens when you tar one of my mates with something. It tars me, which is what you're doing now with Nathan and Gary.
no,
You're
that's what
tarring
you're
their
doing.
name.
That's actually what you're doing. Trying to tar
And like I said,
umbrella onto
I knew
the.
the answer. I knew the
No.
answers before I
You're
came
trying
on.
to tie CMW with umbrella. You did it for the first 20 minutes that you jumped on, Eric. Before you mentioned anything else, it was 20
Stop.
minutes of umbrella this, umbrella that, umbrella this. All right?
Stop deflecting, Rick.
Not deflecting at all. I'm going over issue by issue. You jumped on. The first part of your fucking rambling shit was umbrella this, umbrella that. Yes
Again,
or no? Am I lying? Am I
No,
lying?
you'll bring
Did
her
you
up.
not jump on and talk shit about umbrella for 20 minutes, trying to tie
Gary
CMW
asked,
the
hey, 5 minutes ago, Gary asked you a question. Why didn't you answer Gary?
Eric, 2 seconds. Again, CMW. This has nothing to do with CMW. Me and Gary have just said about the platform.
No, there's not. I agree with you. I'm like I just said. He's
Well,
smearing
your
my
latest
name.
video on
He smears my
CMW
name.
does not state that, does it, Eric? It looks a lot like trying to badmouth CMW before we even had this chat. So let's
No,
not play
I'm
games.
not bad.
Okay,
No, I
let's
actually put
not
a
play
statement
fucking
out.
games.
I actually put a statement out in a video which had nearly 200 views, I think, and a statement claiming that there's nothing wrong with CMW. They're perfect. Thanking Nathan for giving me the chance to speak. And Nathan
Is
thanked
that
me
the
for putting
video
that
that
out.
you slandered? All right then. Okay. Shall I find that video then, Eric? Do you want to play that video?
If you can find it, this
No,
is
we want to see the picture.
it's about evidence. This isn't about accusations. Accusations was last week.
Evidence stacked with his
And we
fucking
haven't seen the
videos.
proof.
He deleted them all and made them private. What do we do from there?
Chrissy wants to come on. Has anyone got any objections?
Chris, you. Oh,
Just before he comes on, all I will say again, Eric, is I asked the question of you and you answered it. And like I said earlier, from that, if that would have been me, I would have put I would have put mine evidence up to shut you up because they've gone, right, you've done that now. Here's my evidence, and now I want to ask you this, and this. But obviously, I ain't Rick. Rick's a different person to me. He's his own man. But that's what I would have done. And that's where I stand on it. But obviously, Rick thinks he knows you better than I do, which he does. So he's obviously got his reasons why he ain't. But I would have definitely done it.
Well, Gary, let's be fair then, right, mate? Why don't you, to solve the problem then, just ask Rick now, has he got the picture, yes or no? And see how he
I have asked him if he's got the picture, and he said, yeah, he's got the evidence. So
that's good then.
I can't, mate. If somebody's got the fucking picture, send it in, and I'll fucking put it up.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then Eric runs
Nathan's
away.
seen my
This is the problem. This is the problem. And I said to Nathan from day one, I wouldn't have had him on for even a minute. He's a hope not hate agent, which has put nothing but propaganda videos out and endangered people's families. I'm not going to be nice to him.
Isn't it?
I'm not going to pretend he's anything else than what he is. He's endangered people's families for the last however many years, 4 years. So
years ago.
Really simple, because we can do it without descending into certain depths.
Yeah.
You can.
by not answering
Years ago,
questions, I won't play that game, Nathan. I won't. I'll refuse to play that game. He'll answer questions about all of his videos, or just won't play games. He can leave it hanging in the air. I couldn't give a fuck.
If he's, but
Isn't
if
it funny?
people
Years
pay
ago,
a question, they're never gonna answer it. There's no point hammering that nail until it just can't hammer
End
it
it there. End it there. Is what
and
it
it's
is.
funny, years ago, everybody was MI5 and MI6, but now everybody's hope not hate.
Well, the evidence
All
proves
gone
that
from
you are
MI5
involved with
to
Hope Not
MI6
Hate,
to
Eric.
hate.
Anne-Marie
Where's the proof of
Waters
me being
lied to
hot and
Jason
hate?
Tyler. You did a video. All right, there you go. You did a video for Hope Not Hate. You did a video for Anne-Marie Waters making out that such a body was running her site. Play that video, Eric.
Yeah,
why?
no
I'm
problem.
going to bring Chris in. Why everyone's doing their bits? Well, let's start seeing.
If that's not a problem.
Last week
Nathan,
was about accusations. This week was about evidence.
I'll
Put
tell
the
you what,
evidence forward for that one, Eric.
I'm
Evening,
a better
gentlemen.
man. I tried to move on. We'll go into that if you want, Rick.
Evening, gentlemen.
Hello, Chris.
Busy.
Just to let you know, guys, I've got no dog in this race, and I've had crosswords with both Rick and with Eric. I'm not a fan of either of them two, but I've sort of like had an outside view of this that I would like to share. And from what I know, and Nathan, mate, you seem to be the chairman of this. So again, I'd like to just chat with me and you for now, mate, because we can have a completely unbiased chat about this, hopefully. From my understanding, from my understanding, Rick was saying that he was put on what was called a nonce wall. That was his claim. Obviously, he's made that claim. He does need to produce the evidence, as we've all said. Now, everything else other than that is a deflection. And Eric has asked, if Rick was put on that nonce wall, Rick should be able to produce the evidence for that. And so far, we haven't seen it, which makes everyone believe that there is no evidence and that basically the claim that Rick made was false. Now, I was sent the original photograph, which I still have, which I've just checked, and Rick isn't on that wall. If that is the original photograph, I'm willing to show it to anyone who wants to see it. I was also sent 2 further edited photos, which do show that certain people were removed from it, certain women were removed from it, and Rick is not on that one either. Now, I've got 3 of those photos that were sent to me, and I know what dates they were sent to me. What so far, and I hate to say this, Eric sounds like he's telling the truth. Rick, because he's failed to produce the evidence, hasn't shown any of it. And the last point I'd like to make, Nathan, is that basically, mate, there's not very many people on here, and this includes Eric, that are actually doing this with their chest, as it was, because they are faceless, nameless, anonymous people making claims. And as we all know, you cannot make a claim if you remain anonymous. Anyone can throw shade from the shadows. Yeah, what I believe you guys should be doing, considering that you're trying to, run a respectable group, which you so far have, is you should be saying to people, if you ain't prepared to show your faces, if you ain't prepared to give your real names, you have no claim, because that is the basis of law and it's what's moral. So, gentlemen, unless Rick can show the photo that he claims is him on that nonce wall, then I'm sorry, his claim doesn't stand and Eric wins. Yeah, and I hate to say that because I'm no fan of Eric, but I'm a fan of truth, and truth is what needs to come out here. And everything that Rick's doing right now to say, you said I'm a racist, you said I'm this, you said I'm that, that's just deflection. The claim was that he's on this nonce wall picture, and unless he can produce that picture, he has no claim.
Because you haven't, Chris, so you wouldn't know what you're talking about realistically, would you? It's funny that you're always over the...
Show the picture and confirm your claim, Rick.
When do I listen to a lefty no good weirdo like you?
You've just got abuse. No. You're just a racist.
Oh, I'm a racist. What race am I against?
I think you're a racist. I think you're a racist.
What race am I against?
Mate, I think you're against any race that you aren't. I've said this to you before.
What race am I against?
Any race that you aren't.
What race am I against?
Any race that you aren't.
That doesn't make sense, Chris.
It does. It means, right, what race are you? What race are you?
You tell me.
I think you're white European. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. I think you're racist against anyone that isn't a white European.
How would that make sense? How?
Because you're a racist?
Well, I think you're a fucking weird, dodgy cunt that baths with your kids.
I'm a dodgy cunt. I think that you're just a Islamophobic abuser. That's what I think.
So we're just chucking labels.
I think that you threaten to harm people's animals. I think you're an animal abuser. How about that one? Was it Andy Devine? Did I watch a video the other day? Where you was threatening to do something to someone's dogs?
No, he didn't. You watched the.
I believe I did.
You watched the.
I believe I did. Was it Andy Devine? You said about your 2 dogs or something.
Would you like to know the backstory to that? AJ,
no, I wouldn't. But no, I wouldn't, because you're a piece of shit.
I'm going to tell you
because you're a piece.
Andy Devine was walking his dogs on a live. AJ had a friend in that country and took his dogs
You're an Islamophobic
dogs away for over an hour. So I said to him, take care of your dogs, because AJ's friend had been kidnapping his dogs. So, do you want to try again?
Piece of shit. That's
Yeah,
what I
you
think.
like a piece of shit. You look like a piece of shit on Gogglebox. Everyone
Mate,
was like,
I look better than you do.
you a joke.
I look better than you do.
What's the deal with Katie fucking B? Seeing
But
as you
I don't know. There's more bullshit that you come
Anybody
out with.
that seems to speak
You
out,
made the claim that I was following her around the internet, but yet again, you cannot come up with no evidence, can you?
Pardon?
No, you didn't, because there isn't none.
What? I didn't even hear what you was rambling about. What?
No, you're the rambler. You're
No,
the
I'm not
rambler.
rambling.
You're the one that has
No,
trouble
I'm not
putting yourself
rambling.
forward. You're
No,
the
I'm
one
not
that
rambling.
bullshits. You cannot come up with evidence.
Repeat
You
your
are so
accusation,
desperate
dickhead.
to get
Repeat your
attention
accusation,
that you
dickhead.
do things without evidence.
Repeat your accusation.
Okay, no, I don't have to prove any accusation
I said,
because you said
repeat
that I
your
follow a woman around
accusation.
online, but you cannot produce the evidence.
Do you want me to tell you 15 times?
No, I don't want to
Repeat.
hear it. You've been
Repeat.
caught out then. You've been caught out badly again.
Repeat.
You keep making
your
false
accusation.
claims,
I have no idea.
and then you bring
what you're talking
CMW into
about.
disrepute by bringing it to CMW.
Have I brought anything to CMW?
Right, what channel were we on?
Have I brought anything to CMW?
What channel are we on?
I brought anything to CMW?
This is not a CMW per se channel.
Are
he's
you one of the
right.
main people of
10
CMW?
seconds. It's right at the end of the day, though. We've come on here to mediate and get this sorted, and all we're doing now is breaking up old shit and everything else. And
Gary,
you know,
Gary, there's no mediation here. What needs to happen, is Nathan needs to be a chairman. You need to follow an agenda, and the whole thing is about whether or not Den was added to a pedo wall. Yeah. Now, I personally can't see why Den wishes to make this better known by actually publicising that he may or may not have been on a pedo wall. If he disliked being on a pedo wall, he's an attention seeker. Now, Nathan, mate, I've got respect for you, Gary. I think I know you, and I think I've got some respect for you. But what you are doing here is incredibly biased. It comes across as biased.
No.
The whole claim was the whole claim. The whole claim was.
No good cunt.
Go on, Gary.
You're muting me when I'm trying to make a point. The whole claim was that Den was apparently on a pedo wall, which he wasn't on, so it seems. We've asked him for evidence. Show the evidence. If you can't, the claim falls. That is law. Now, however you try.
Let me speak a second now, Chrissy. You've just said that we're being biased. Now, Eric's there. I've already said, if it was me, after he answered Rick and give his answer, I would put the evidence up, but I'm not
Gary,
Rick.
Your mic's a bit bad. Say again, mate.
You can ask Eric. You said we mean Nathan being biased. I've already said that I asked the question, if Eric answered this question, will Rick put his up? And he went, yeah. So Eric answered, and then I said, right, now that's happened, if it was me and I had the evidence, I will put the evidence up. So we're not being biased at all.
Actually,
right. So Gary. So I agree with that. You've basically said that Den needs to show his evidence, that Rick needs to show his evidence. Yeah. He hasn't done that, and I'm sure you've asked him more than 3 times. Let's go by the rule of law. Let's go by the rule of law. If he's been asked to show the evidence and he hasn't, he obviously hasn't got the evidence. His claim falls. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, usually if you've got the evidence you provided.
Right, so why are you entertaining Den trying to muddy the waters with Eric? And please remember, guys, I'm not a fan of Eric, but I am a fan of truth.
After Eric
Den hasn't got the proof to the claim. He's bullshitted again.
I couldn't care less what you think, Chris.
Right, I know no one can care about you, Rick. That's why you get free views. Rick, you get free views because you're a bullshitter.
Yeah, all right, Chris. You were shit
Well, no, it's
talking.
true, isn't it? How many views do you get? How many views do you get?
I failed.
How many views do you get, Rick?
Problem is, again, nobody really listened to the remit. This week was about putting up evidence, and yet again, it's just turned into another load of false
Yeah,
claims.
But it always was going to do that, Nathan. Nathan. So, Nathan, your name is Nathan. My name is Chrissy. Gary's name is Gary. Right, and Rick is using his first name but not his last name. Right, so let's go. Let's work on British law. Yeah, anyone here that is not using their real name to make a real claim needs to be struck out.
So Eric's a real name, is it? Eric's
No,
is his real name.
Eric is not a real name, and you are not a real name. Neither of you two are standing in truth. You are throwing shade from the shadows.
Excuse me.
Eric's
How do you
is a real
know?
name.
How do you know that
Eric
is not my
Eric,
name?
you were better off keeping stum. Eric,
Did your mum name
you
you
are a
Eric
troll.
Pratt?
Yeah,
What
Rick,
proof?
you are a troll.
Show
And
your
Nathan and
show your
Gary,
proof.
you are taking damage unnecessarily because you are being linked to these two idiots.
Show your proof that my name is not Eric.
What is your name, Eric?
Show the proof that
Show
it is.
your proof.
Show the
What's your
proof
name,
that it
Eric?
is.
I just told you my name's
His
Eric.
name Eric Crapbitch, because that's what he's formerly known as, Eric.
What is your real full
That's
name, Eric?
That's a weird second name.
Prove that my name is not Eric.
What's the heritage
Eric,
on Crapbitch?
what is your real full name, Eric?
No, listen.
Full name.
Listen, you've got to show the evidence that my name is not Eric.
No, I don't. I need to ask you for your real full name. If I was to go to a court tomorrow and put and do a statement, listen. If I was if I go to make a claim in a court, I could not walk in there and put my name is Chrissy. I would have to give a full name. So, Eric, you lying troll, what is your full name? You can't give it. You've got nothing.
You have to show proof that my name is not Eric.
Have to show any proof. I'm asking you what your full name is. To make a claim, you need to have a full name. You can't do it because you're a troll. Neither can Rick, because Mr. Rick isn't a fucking name. And I can't believe that Nathan and Gary are entertaining two idiots of your standard, because it is beneath them and what they are trying to do. Good night, gentlemen.
Get back in bed with your daughter, you pervert.
See, the whole point, Chris, is there's got to be something we can all unite on, and that was meant to be basic principles and morals.
Chris is just trying to score points in the Danny Jones camp because he knows his bridges everywhere. He's not allowed on anyone's panel. He's literally a joke.
He's not trying to score fucking points in our camp. I know exactly whose fucking camp he's trying to score points in. What about that?
Now, at the end of the day, I've not deleted any evidence. I've not made anything private. Eric has. Now, if Eric doesn't like to go through the videos, which have endangered my family's life for the last 4 years, then I don't care.
You're like a broken record, mate. You're like a broken record.
I don't care what anyone in the audience thinks. It's not
You've got to show this proof.
My concern. Nothing else.
You've got to show this proof. We've got to move on. Show the proof. All right, I'll tell you what. And do you want to go over to the hope not hate bit then? Because you're not going to do nothing, are you? You're not going to ever show nothing. Right, where's your proof about me being hope not hate? And I'll put this video up. I found the video you're on about. You're on about the one where you said to Jupiter that Jason Tyler had built the website for Anne-Marie Waters. Am I correct in what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And do you want me to show you that video now?
Yeah.
Right, just give me 2 seconds. I have to sign on that other computer again on the laptop. And we'll play that video. And you can, if he wants to accuse me of whatever he wants to accuse me, he can accuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that fair enough? I'll try to sign back in. So what the claim is then, Rick, because I said that Jason Tyler never built that website, that is your facts. You think I'm hope not hate, is it?
Pardon, Eric?
That is why you're calling me hope not hate.
Well, Anne-Marie Waters has already lied for Jason Tyler. So we're aware of that. We're aware that hope not hate that was in Wendy's and Jupiter's and all that, whatever, Graham Craddock. We're aware that he has come from the Hope Not Hate camp. His party members himself have highlighted that and admitted it. And you then did a propaganda video making out that Jason Tyler hadn't made this side. So, yeah, I think it's relevant.
Right, we'll show that video then, if everybody's watching. And this is the video from when I made it. Yeah.
See, this is just again slagging matches. It's not really.
No, it's not. Nathan,
it's not relevant.
He just told me. Nathan, he just told me to put the video up. I'll put the video up.
It's relevant,
so the video, the proof's being shown.
Why are we still going over it all if the police have already dealt with it? Because Amory Waters has got her own site.
Yeah. I'll be putting everything out this week.
What's happened now?
All right. Basically, what happens in that video? Jupiter says about sorry. Rick makes the claim that Jason Tyler had built the website for Anne-Marie Waters Britain First.
That's not the video, Rick. The one where you actually show who was running that site.
Yes,
there's a big propaganda video with the For Britain and whatever in the background and all of it.
Fucking unbelievable.
He did a thing like he was working for Britain and he was showing.
Go and get the video then. Go and get the video then, because there's no another fucking video, you thick cunt, lying cunt.
Oh, I'm a thick lying cunt. All right.
Because you don't like the answers and the truth, you try to
So,
fucking.
all right, Eric. So you're saying that you've never made a video for Britain to make out as if somebody had watched it? Because if you remember, Eric, you're gonna fuck up here big time. Jupiter was shown that video, and that changed her mind to show that Jason Tyler wasn't actually anything to do with it. Bit weird, isn't it? But the video doesn't exist, no? You know, Rick, I'm going to go and ask Jupiter.
Rick,
you know, I'm going to go and ask Jupiter. What will Jupiter say? What will Jupiter say?
Can I explain this a minute or not? Am I allowed to or not? Am I just going to be talked over? Am I going to be talked over or not? Yeah. Okay. Right. You made the claim, right, that Jason Tyler had built the Anne-Marie Waters For Britain website. Yeah. I went away. I'd done my own due diligence check on it. I went to the Anne-Marie Waters fucking site, looked it up, went onto it, and found on. I can read it. I've got the screenshot in front of me now. For Britain Movement website, the site, and customer databases are currently hosted by Rider Design on servers outside the UK. Right. So that tells me that is not Jason Tyler that built that website.
How? It hasn't actually got a name attached to it.
It's called Rider Design.
Right. What does that mean?
Rider Design is not eMedia Hosting or Jason Tyler. You look up.
Jason Tyler has already admitted to me that he's got 25 sites. It's not handy. So what are you talking about?
Can I explain or not? Right?
You can.
Right. So then, what you do then is you go to Rider Design and look up Rider Design. Rider Design is a company in Wales. Nothing to do with Jason Tyler. And if you don't believe me,
video stated, Eric, you said it was out.
It is. That's the Rick. That's the show the video, Rick.
Where did you say? Canada? I think it came out. You saying Rick, that it was. Rick, your video, Eric, not a screenshot. The video that you just said exists. Where
Rick,
did it
show
say?
it? Rick, show this video, please.
You show the video, Eric.
No, you show it, Rick.
I told you earlier on
it's
in
your
the week.
Claim.
I screenshotted it, and you said you'll.
It's your claim, Rick.
You've already said you'll bring it. So,
Rick, it's your claim again.
Eric, you've already said that you was going to bring it. A screenshot.
Nathan, it's his claim. The video I've just shown, he's refuted. So now he must show the video that he's claiming. Surely. True or not?
Now, so the video is going to end. So it's whatever, which is what people will see. It's just one of them.
He needs to see it. Rick needs to show that evidence. He just made another claim. Just showed you the video I made. I showed you what I claim is the evidence. Now he's disputing that, so now he's got to come up with a claim. He's got to show this video.
Okay, So what is it that Jupiter seen that changed
show
her
the video,
mind?
Rick. Show
You
the
listening,
video.
or are
Show the
you
proof.
talking over me, Eric?
Show
Are you
the
going to
proof.
listen? Are you talking over me?
Show your
Are you
proof.
talking over me?
Show your proof.
Are you talking over me?
Show
Just
your
because
proof.
you've deleted your videos, made them all private, Eric, doesn't mean that they don't exist. So if I asked Jupiter, what was the evidence then that swayed you from the thought that maybe it was Jason Tyler from that? What is she going to say? I've got a funny feeling, Eric, because she was rating your channel as a good source of information that week, watching on the video. So is it possible that she would have watched your video that you made that you're saying now doesn't exist? What do you think Jupiter's going to say? Realistically?
Nathan, do you not
You're
think
going to
now
look like
she's
a bit
going
of
to
a
show that
dickhead, aren't
proof?
you? You're going to look like a bit of a dickhead, aren't
He's
you?
already said he's got all of my videos, so now he
Making
can
things
show it.
private
Show the
doesn't
proof.
rewrite history, Eric.
Show the proof.
We spent
Jupiter will be asked the question and we'll
Show
see
the
what the
proof.
answer is, Eric.
Show the
I'm
proof.
pretty sure that she would have watched the same video that I watched,
Show the
which
proof.
you've made private, that's shown that actually the person came from
Stop
Canada.
slandering. Stop slandering without proof. Show the proof.
Like I said, I'll have to ask Jupiter.
No, show the proof.
I'll ask
No,
Jupiter. You made your videos private, Eric. I didn't
Don't
think
make
you
a
could
claim without
in a
showing
minute,
the
mute
proof.
these two. I want to say something.
well,
Right. We are going against our principles now.
Yeah.
I keep
We've been
talking.
here now, skewing round and round the Reiki. We've always said we seem to win. What we've always done, if we state something, we bring the proof.
Yep.
Without the proof, this ain't going to get, this is just going to be he said, she said, all night, nothing's going to get solved.
that's
So we need to either get that sorted or leave it till somebody does come with the evidence and then say, okay, come on, bring your evidence. Because this way, all we're going to have is a slagging match. We're getting bored more and more into it, like we have earlier on tonight. And it ain't doing us any good.
Yeah. It's like I said again, it's like this is what last week and
Like
this
I
week.
said, that is the purpose of what Eric jumped on your panel for originally. You didn't jump on here to make it better, Gary. You jumped on it to slander you and make you shit. The first 20 minutes was fucking painting you with the umbrella brush. That should tell you all you need to know. Eric's not a genuine guy. He's deleted and made private all of the evidence. So how can we go through the evidence? We can't.
I ain't saying he is, Mick, and but at the same time, we've always stood for with CMW. Proof of claim, blah, blah, blah. And everybody's just arguing about everything else other than what we're supposed to be talking about. And it's just getting out of hand now, just that Chris Morrison saying the same, and it's got a point, really, to a point.
The irrelevance in the situation. We keep having irrelevant people fucking in the mix. Eric has jumped on the panel to try and cause shit. What that first one was nothing to do with Eric. He made it all about Eric and all about CMW and all about Umbrella. It was nothing to do with any of that.
But it's
But he
all
made it that way. Now we are where we are. He's made his shit private. Who's the disingenuous one? None of my shit's private. He's got all my videos. He cuts little snips out and makes his own video of my video. Tries to make me look bad and endanger my family.
The last show was making claims.
Me being on some weirdo's wall, it's never really know there. I couldn't give two fucks. I'm more actually interested in the fact that he's endangered my family's life for 4 years. That's more of a concern than me being on some weirdo's wall, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Again, it was accusations last week. It was meant to be this, and we could have moved on. But again, it's just we're getting nowhere.
We ain't now further forward than we was last week.
And they won't
really.
This is the whole point. This is what they are about. All they're about is trying to slander CMW. You can use me, you use me. You can use Umbrella, you use Umbrella. They've even enrolled Chrissy fucking Morris to come talk shit. Chrissy Morris is trying to get in the Danny Jones fan club. I think he's part of the Ricky Damon fan club, I don't know.
Let him do so. It still stands that the evidence that being put forward will be what stands. That's it.
Yeah, and it
Nathan.
made it all private. So
Nathan and Gary, thank you very
I
much for
bring the
having me on.
videos up, and he says, "Oh, that's not my video. That's somebody else's." What's the point? He's a lying
Nathan and
cunt.
Gary,
I'm not going to speak to a
Yeah,
lying
that-
cunt that just keeps
Nathan.
talking shit.
Nathan, why do you keep muting me and not muting Rick?
I'll meet you both.
Well, you didn't. You only muted me.
Right, let one of them speak and then let the other one speak, because they're going to talk over each other. So pick one, let one speak, and then mute that one and let the other one speak.
It's by Rick's on mute.
Right. I'd just like to say thank you very much to Nathan. Thank you very much to Gary. You have tried, and I do appreciate that, and I do. I've got no ill feelings towards you two. There's nothing ever brought on you two. You've done nothing wrong. You've just tried to sort a bad situation out, which unfortunately, if somebody can't put the proof forward, you know, there's no claim, is there?
No,
And I'd just like to say thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk.
thank you.
We just want things to get sorted out. That's all. Right. So that ain't going to get sorted, Nathan. So that's just one of them.
Not this way, no.
No. But if you have got that picture, Rick, if you've got that picture, my advice is put it out there, and then once you put it out there and you've proved your point, then you've got more ammunition you can throw at them. Because until you do, all they're going to do is say, put the picture up, Rick, put the picture up, Rick. So until you do that, that's all they're going to keep shouting you down with. So that would be my advice. If you've got that fucking picture, put it up as soon as possible and say, there you go, right now. I'll put the picture up now. You fuckers need to answer this, this and this. Until you do, I think you've give them your ammo now against yourself. And that's as a friend, because they're just going to throw that back in your face every time you try and say something now.
I've already said to him, Gary, that I'm quite happy to speak to Preston and go over it all. I don't know why Eric has decided that actually he's going to be the person that speaks on Presco's behalf. It's a bit weird. I can understand him. He's a bit low and he mumbles a bit, but I can understand him. It'll be fine. I don't understand why Eric's in place to do so. All he's done is tried to defame CMW using Umbrella for the first 20 minutes. It's an agenda. It is what it is.
But like I've said to you, Rick, I ain't been around. I ain't been on YouTube now for over 2 years. Like when I read that statement out and he said it was about Wadley's sister, I had no idea what that statement was. I thought I was just reading the statement, you know, and then I'm coming round your house and all that. At the end of the day, you can come round my house, but at the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with me. I ain't been around for 2.5 years.
I've told him this, Gary. I've told him this. He just tries to use it as a weapon, like, because the thing that he's tried is he wants me to come down to a postcode. The postcode's only a pack. I'm very aware that Wavy can't even get out of his garden. So realistically, what would be the point? And on the back of that, Waver, Danny Jones, AJ Tyler, Brian Hurl, ESO was all supposed to be turning up to Telford to put me in hospital. None of them shown. So there's literally, it's just bullshit. They're just pushing that postcode around of an old dying man. For what purpose? He could have come to Telford, backed up by his mates, and we could have had a discussion or whatever else. It would have been no issue whatsoever, but they chose not to do that. All this is propaganda and nonsense. It is what it is. There is no intention to meet me. Why would any of these muppets want to meet me? Eric looks like a fat bastard. Wavy's dying. Danny Jones is a fucking shitbag. Who's left? They're all muppets.
What do you mean by Wavy's dying? Because when I spoke to Wavy on the phone, when we used to get on, I mean, as far as I know, I left speaking with Wavy on good terms. I had a phone call with him. He sounded right as rain to me. And then all this, I've come back on after 2.5 years, and it's everybody hates everybody. I don't get what's going on. We need to unite, not be divided. I don't understand what all this is about, why there's so much bitterness and backbiting and backstabbing. I don't understand it.
Rewind all the way back to the beginning. How did we get to know Danny Jones? He contacted you and wanted to give you some evidence of court gagging order, which the court gagging order, Danny's already broke himself. By Wavy standards, that makes Danny a nonce. Now, Wavy says, oh, well, he only did it once and he removed it, so that makes him not a nonce, apparently.
Yeah, but what we're saying is, we deal with that. That was dealt with at the time, and we've moved on. So now, as far as me and Nathan's concerned, we had that row with Danny and Wavy back then, and we've moved on from that because they said what they needed to say, we said what we needed to say, and then we sort of left each other alone. We've done our thing, and as far as I know, them was doing their thing. And that's the way I thought it was.
Just because you've not been looking doesn't mean that they've stopped it. They haven't stopped it. They haven't stopped for 1 minute. They've been carrying on and on and on for as long as you care to look back. This is what I'm saying. They infiltrated you. When you asked me to look into Danny Jones, I came back and I said, he's a left there. All that's around him is lefties. I've shown you the After Dark shows where they had Umbrella on there. Before she was part of the King's Flag scam and all that shit. That's what I said to you. Everything about them, the lefties. They're around Flo, who's a friend of fucking George Galloway. He don't get more left than these lot. That's what I told you. And then when it come to a decision between do we take anything from him, do we do whatever, we took the court order. And the court order turned out to be bogus. Nathan did a video on it. Danny Jones chose to ignore that video that Nathan did put together. Chose to ignore it. He's already broke that court order himself. He's played the child abuse videos. It's still on his channel today. So if you ask Danny Jones, he said he had permission from Ricky Damon to do that, to break that court order. So can an actor give Danny Jones, a YouTuber, permission to break a gagging order? I don't think that he can. I'm not an expert on law, but I'm pretty sure that he can't. We was used to push their narrative. The moment we asked questions, we was attacked, and we've not been not attacked since. You've just not seen it. That's the only difference.
Well,
they attack you on a constant basis. It's always CMW. Why do you think he's ran away from the deal on Black Belt Barrister coming forward and having a debate? And if we was wrong, CMW was wrong somehow, and we got it wrong, we would do a retraction video or whatever. Either that, or we would prove that common law is actually up and running and Magna Carta is actually a lawful solution. Now, he's run away from that, not me. He said, we're waiting on a date. Well, a year's been and gone, and we're still waiting on a date. Why?
Well, I said,
I'm just in the way. Simple as that.
Even with that, as far as I'm aware, Nathan's dealt with Danny with all of that and sorted all that out, as far as I'm aware. Because as you know, I've been in Belarus for 3.5 years. I've come back to sell my house. I'm going back out to Belarus as soon as the house is gone, because that's where my wife is. That's where my business is. So
there is no conclusion. No, this is what I mean. Nothing's been sorted. Danny's actually saying that yous are running away from debate. That's what he's been saying for the last year. So are you running away from the debate?
No. Well, anybody who knows Nathan as well, Nathan know that Nathan would not run away.
One thing, even if the other thing is true, it's either their version of events is true and yous are running away, or Danny is running away from it and just keeps saying that yous are running away from it. I'm pretty certain which one it is, but people on the other side.
Well, Nathan's here as well now, to answer if that debate wants to take place. We'll do it, as far as I'm aware.
To me, it would be the be-all and end-all. Put it this way, I'll put an offer on the table now. If they have that debate, that discussion, I'll never say Danny Jones's name again. Can't say fairer than that.
Oh, yeah.
But we need the Black Belt Barrister, because other than that, it's just two YouTubers. If we've got a barrister that can agree or disagree, and we've got a definite line in the sand as to whether we've got a lawful solution or not, then that would be a bonus to everybody, and I'll stop I'll stop doing videos, to be honest. I'll stop
We have
saying
100% got a lawful. We've 100% got a lawful remedy to it.
Yeah.
That's fact.
Well, it's a bonus to everybody, no matter what camp you're in, for this debate to happen, surely. You know what I mean? To me, that's what was offered, that's what was supposed to be happening, but Danny Jones has run away from it and sent people like Eric to attack people around it. So if I weren't supporting CMW, I wouldn't have an issue. If Umbrella weren't supporting CMW, she wouldn't have had an issue. Anyone that pushes the lawful solution, you get attacked. It is that simple.
But like I said, Rick, I don't know Eric.
This is it. I know him very well. I've known him for 4 years. He stalked me and fucking harassed my family members to the point where I've had to move house, move schools. At that point, I'm not going to have much patience for that guy when I know what he's about.
Yeah. And that's why I said to him, you know, I would have put it up just to shut him up, because I told him, I said, I would have put it up at it just to shut him up.
That's what he wants. He wants to just keep being boring and saying all the same shit and rambling and hoping that you'll just get bored and give him what he wants. I don't play that game with Eric. I know him too well.
Like I said, I don't know him, but the reason I did it, because I'm a man of my word, and I said to him, if you answer that question, then Rick, you'll put that up. So then, being a man of my word, which I am, I ain't got that picture. If I'd have got that picture, you know me well enough, I would have put it up. But I ain't got it.
I've already said all this all week. He knew exactly what would be being said and what would be discussed and what evidence I would require. Now, that video that Eric was just going on about doesn't exist. It does exist. Jupiter's watched it and it swayed her view to the point where she made a badly informed decision. Now, I'm going to have to go back over it with Jupiter and ask her, what's this evidence? What did you see which changed your mind? Was it Eric's video? What was it that you watched? Because if it's the same one I watched and Eric's still making out it didn't happen, he's not made such a video, he's going to look a bit of a cunt, realistically. So it's one of them. I can't change what he's done. He's made his videos private. I've collected all the ones which are relevant to myself and my family. He don't want to go over them. He don't want to discuss them. He don't want to discuss the picture of apparently my wife or the £500 reward for details. He didn't want to discuss any of that. I didn't know he was going to delete the For Britain one. You know, I've not copied that one, but I'm 99% sure Jupiter was probably the thing that she's watched that video. I can't think what else she would have watched to sway her from that decision. So until I ask Jupiter, there's not a lot I can do. He's not going to answer any questions about what he's done to endanger my family. At that point, I've got nothing to speak to Eric about. I'm quite happy to chat to Plisco and we'll go over or whatever, but we can do that on my channel or his channel or whatever. Never needed to be dragged to CMW. Eric did that. Eric did that, not me.
The whole point of us doing open panels was to talk about certain aspects, certain.
All the things that we was going to talk about, none of them got talked about. It became the Eric fucking propaganda show all of a sudden, and we're now on the second one. He's answered one question and we're 2 hours in.
Well, we thought we could sort of get to some sort of arrangement where we can actually.
This is what people do. The mistake dealing with a reasonable-minded person. Eric is none of that. He just told you he's an avatar.
Eric wants to come back.
Avatar, which wouldn't even have his face if it weren't for Wasp. Massive respect to him for that.
Eric wants to come back on. But this is the thing, it's like we should be talking about certain questions, certain aspects, certain areas. We shouldn't really be bickering about all this crap.
We should be moving forward. We shouldn't be, you know, you did this 12 months ago, you did this 6 months ago. It's what's relevant is what we're supposed to be sorting out now is relevant. Yes, indeed.
Really. There is more immediate concerns. And this is what we really need to be discussing.
Not to me, there's not. Not to me, there's not. My family are the first concern, first and foremost. Anything
of course, no, Rick. But what I'm saying is, but once you've done what he's asked you to do, because you can rip him a new arsehole. But like I've said to you, If you carry on now, everywhere you go, they're going to say, "Where's this picture? Where's this picture?" If you know what I mean, and they're going to throw that at you now, like
Yeah.
you would not believe.
I'm
And
not bothered. It's not an issue. This is what I'm saying. I'm quite happy to speak to Plisco, the person that I should have spoke to instead of Eric. I don't know why Eric decided, oh, I'm going to take up somebody else's fight. It's a bit weird. Eric and Plisco are two totally different people. Plisco can speak. He's just been on here. He only ran off when I asked him about the dark web pictures. That should kind of highlight what's going on here.
well, like I said, we don't usually get involved in that. We're about solutions and
This is what
trying
I'm
to
saying.
sort everything out. We don't get involved in
The original discussion has been pushed to where we are now, and I said that from day one. I wouldn't have even allowed him 2 minutes of airtime, but he was allowed on, and now we are where we are. 2 hours into another live, and he's answered one question, and even that's not clear. So,
Could I,
Evening, Dennis, by the way.
I've had to come back in. I got to be honest with you, I can't believe yourself, Nathan and Gary. You're sat there. He has just made claim after claim after claim after claim, and it's all bullshit and lies, and he doesn't show no evidence whatsoever. And you're not even asking.
I've just told you, I'm sat on all the evidence of all the things that we've done with myself and my family. Now, I've got all the videos here, and we can either go through them one by one and address them, or we won't. It's as simple as that.
Rick, it's not all about YouTube videos.
2 seconds. I'm going to answer, Eric, if you don't mind. It's not about us. It's not about. We were just basically just trying to do an open panel where we could discuss certain things that we really actually discussed. This wasn't about us passing judgment or anything like that. The evidence to speak for itself. That's the whole point of us doing what we do. You put the evidence forward, then people will judge on the evidence that's actually there. They can't judge on anything else. So if evidence is not there, then there can be no judgment.
Please, can you allow me just to address one point, but just mute him up, because I know he'd just talk over me, right? He just made a claim that... Who's that? He just made a claim that it was down to me because of his wife and children having to move houses, and that I've been stalking him for 4 years, right? My YouTube channel is no older than 18 months old, right? I was actually friendly with Rick at the time. Rick doesn't even know this.
No, he wasn't friendly with me, Eric, in any way, shape, or form. Stop lying.
So can you ask him for proof now where I have made his wife and children move out of their home? Because that's a big claim to
you've
make.
been around a lot longer than 18 months. What are you talking about?
That is a big claim to make.
Well, it's a big claim to make, and it's easy to fucking prove, Eric.
Prove it.
The difference is you've hid all your shit.
Prove it.
I'm now sat on the videos that you've made of my family. You don't want to go through it for obvious reasons, Eric.
Prove it.
Do you want to go through the list of videos, yes or no?
Just show some proof, Rick. Just show
Do you want to
one
go
bit
through
of
the
proof.
videos that you made of my family, yes or no?
This is what happens, right? He
Yes
goes
or
on
no,
his channel,
Eric?
slander,
Yes or no,
slander,
Eric?
slander. And Gary,
Yes
another
or
point,
no,
right?
Eric?
Another point, Gary. Could you have a look at your Facebook messages? Because I think Danny Jones is trying to get hold of you desperately. Also, as well, that Rick keeps on saying that we're bringing this up. We're not bringing it up. We're not the one that puts 27 videos out a week about Danny Jones, Danny Jones, Danny Jones. Eric,
I put 27 videos out, Eric, to show you where we would be discussing and what we would be discussing. And I've fucking put comments along there while you've been on there, and I've screenshotted everything, Eric. So your first live before, straight away caught you out. I've got it here on a screenshot.
27. You haven't caught me
I'll
out
go
for nothing,
through this video later and add all
Show proof. Show some proof.
Eric.
All you do is make fucking weird claims. You're fucking in the head, Rick.
I make weird claims. And you stalk people's families.
Nothing.
I make weird claims and you stalk people's families.
You've never show the proof. Show the proof. Don't keep making these claims.
All right, there you go. Here's one. Right.
Show the claim that it's down to me that your wife and children had to move out of your house.
Somebody's getting feedback.
Which video is
No,
that gone
that's
through?
That's Rick's idea of proof.
Which one? That one?
That's Rick's idea of proof. Showing proof.
Pardon, Eric?
That is Rick's idea of showing proof.
I'm willing to go through your whole list, Eric. It's you that's running away from it.
No,
Not
just
me.
at the moment, just stick to the one.
Videos private,
Just
not
stick
me.
to the proof that I've been stalking you for 4 years, and I made your children and wife move out of your house because that is a big claim. And
All
if I
right,
had
we'll
done
reduce
that,
it. All right, we'll reduce it.
somebody
Let's
had
say you've
done
been
that
doing
to
it for
me-
fucking 18 months, then, Eric. You've still been
If
doing
somebody-
it. at this point.
if somebody had made my children and
How
wife
have you
move
got
out of
4
my
years of
house,
my videos and you've only been stalking me for 18 months, Eric? How?
Nathan,
Explain that,
can I
please.
just have my say a minute, please?
Do you collect everybody's videos that you apparently are fucking friendly with? Yeah.
Can I have my
You
say
got
a minute?
everybody's videos, like you have all of my videos for 4 years, Eric. Bear in mind, I put 27 out this week, so you must have a long list of videos.
Can I just say
Okay.
something, please?
Yeah, let him have his say.
If Rick had threatened my wife, my children, made my wife move out their house, made my children move out of their house, and I've been stalking them for 4 years, I would be able to show you that evidence instantaneous. I could show you that now. Or you'd have that. You wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't say, "Oh, it's somewhere," and all this. You would have that because that is a big fucking claim to make of somebody. That is.
Eric, it's
That
fucking
is
public
fucking
knowledge, you
dirty.
dumb bastard.
You
I suppose
dirty
you've not
bastard.
been terrorising Umbrella's family either, no?
No,
You've
stop
not been putting
deflecting.
your dead parents up or
Show the
anything, have you?
proof. Show the proof. Show the
Nothing
proof.
at all, have you?
Show the proof. I actually defended her
So you're
when her
denying
dad
that as
died.
well, yeah? You're
And
denying
you
that
didn't
you're
like it.
terrorising anybody's family, yeah?
You didn't
You're
like
just
it.
a goody
You
goody
didn't like
two-shoes
it.
that don't do anything and just being accused
You
of
didn't
all
like
these
it when
things,
I
like,
defended Umbrella. You didn't like it when I defended her. When everybody else was going about her dead father. When I was defending her, you didn't like that. Now
Here
you make fucking dirty claims.
This is just
You-
boring and pointless, honestly.
No, you're a dirty bastard. You made a dirty claim.
I think
You made
everybody
a
else
dirty
does.
claim that I made your wife and children move out their fucking house. That
Yeah,
is fucking
people like
dirty.
you, Eric, yeah. Scummy little bastards that make out I'm a racist and an Islamophobe and that. Yeah.
But
Well,
I
there-
won't worry about that.
there is problems that are going to affect us all, so whether we dislike each other or not. At the end of the day, at some point, you're going to have to start discussing it. It's the whole point of these open panels, not a personal sanging match. So,
Yeah, it's one of them open,
So why
honest
have you allowed-
discussions.
why have
This
you allowed
person is
him
not
to
capable
slander?
of being honest, obviously.
So why have you allowed him to slander me for the last 20 minutes when I haven't been on here, then?
Eric, you've slandered people for the whole time that you've been around. So
You never
let's
asked.
play
You've not
games.
asked him for one bit of proof.
there has been nothing but defamation all evening. This is the whole point. This
Hang
isn't
on,
about
Nathan.
events or
Right,
what
who have I defamed?
we need to discuss.
Nathan, who have I defamed?
I use a general term.
No, who have I defamed, Nathan?
CMW,
Nathan, who have I defamed?
CMW.
Yeah, you're actually sort of trying. You have put at certain points
Tell
implied
me which ones. Which ones have I defamed, anybody?
something someone did.
Who have I? Who have I defamed? Tell me. Rewind.
CMW. Told you 10 times.
No, I've done nothing but praise CMW since I've been on here.
No, you haven't. You've just done a video slandering CMW. That's not lie, Eric.
Well, anyway,
You're an embarrassment.
shall we
Nathan?
actually discuss something that we need to discuss? I
The
should.
video that you've done on CMW, the title is CMW Lions Slanderous Movement
Why are you
Trying
worried
to
about that?
Wendy
Why?
Pedo.
Why are you worried about something silly like that when I've made your children and
Something
wife
silly. I'm fucking going off your own shit.
Your
It's got a
brain
picture
dead.
of Nathan on. It's got a picture of me on. The title says CMW
Chat only.
Lions Slanderous Movement Trying to
You don't give a
Wendy
fuck.
Pedo.
You
Is that
don't
your
give a
video,
fuck about
Eric?
your
Yes or
wife
no?
and family. You
Oh.
don't
Is
give
that
a
your
fuck
video?
about your wife and family.
Is that your video?
You
So
don't
you
give
are
a
trying
fuck
to
about your
silence
wife and
CMW
family.
then?
Because I'll tell you what, I would hunt you fucking down. I would hunt you down if you.
We're going to move.
Don't mute me, Garvey. Nathan,
Every
it's unfair
camera
again.
fucking hunt you down, you little fat sack of shit.
If I made
Eric, when I
somebody's
see-
wife and children move
I need
that's
to.
a big claim you've allowed.
Yeah, it's not allowed anything. You're the ones that are making it. It's not allowed anything. Keep doing the by proxy. It's not going to work. The whole point is we give you a platform because the whole point is.
Nathan, I've made no claims. I've made no claims.
Oh, you're still off context, so it doesn't really matter.
I've made no claims, Nathan. What claim have I made? Not one. It's him that's making all the fucking claims and you're allowing it, and then you're allowing him to slander.
Yeah, the whole point was claiming thing. We allowed you to do claim and evidence, and the evidence, like I said, that has been shown will be seen.
He hasn't shown none, Nathan.
Exactly. So
you're allowing it.
And that will stand, won't it? It's not
I
allowed.
made a video 3 days ago. CMW lying.
Why your
slanderous
channel,
movement,
Nathan?
trying to brand Wendy Pooh.
Your channel tonight is no
He's
fucking
not trying to
better.
make us look bad, no. He's
Your channel is no
fucking-
better than fucking Jupiters and Moons for lying tonight, and you've allowed it.
I've been on here 3 hours. You've answered one question, Eric.
Because we thought we could actually get to some
Terminating
subjects.
this bullshit in the next fucking 12 minutes.
So what I
That's
do
a
is
big claim. That's a big claim that I made his wife and children move out. Can you get him to show you proof of that?
well, you can do it. Like I said, these open panels are meant for these disputes.
Yeah,
Fucking
Eric,
come
I
here, come
can
on,
prove
it's
that I
true.
can go through all your videos
I
one
can
by
come on
one,
here for
and you can
dispute.
answer some basic questions, but you don't wish to do that, do you, Eric?
Nathan, I came on here for resolution.
All that shit. We've got your videos. That are the reason. The whole list of videos are the fucking reason that I've moved away. Simple as that. Now, if you don't want to go over them and don't want to be questioned about them, then fuck off, Eric. Take you the first shit campaign elsewhere to Holtman Hate, Danny Jones, and
Hope
any
not
other
hate.
nonce fucking protection weirdos.
Nonce, another nonce, yeah. Another nonce.
I said
yeah,
nonce
right.
protector. You're a
More
nonce
nonce
protector.
protectors, right?
You are
Yeah.
a nonce protector.
Where's the proof of that one?
There is other people who want to chat. So if
Yes,
Well,
we,
you're
I do
fucking Danny
apologise.
Jones up when he was fucking reading a rapist statement out and making it as if it was court fucking documentation. It's a
Did I
rapist
do that?
statement, Eric. That's not evidence.
I'm going to leave
Was
you
that
to
me?
take it to another channel because we do need to. There's other guests here that are waiting
Yeah.
to talk.
He's honestly brought your channel down, Nathan. I do apologise.
Yeah, it was me that jumped on there, wasn't it, and started making it that way.
No,
I think
Nathan
people
invited
can
me
go back and watch the original video where you did that.
7 days ago. 7
I
days ago,
told Nathan
Nathan.
to put you off, catapult you off. You're a fucking wronger than it. People protect
7 days
you.
ago. 7
Eric,
days ago, Nathan invited me.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Okay, it's not discrediting our channel. We gave you a fair crack, so we tried doing the right thing.
I'm not discrediting. I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
The lies that you've allowed him to speak when I come off are worse than the lies that Moon and Jupiter's channel talk about tonight.
I know,
No
and then
different.
the evidence recorded throughout what's been said will be what's said. That'll be a matter of record. That's what you go for.
Yeah, but he's not showing. He's making real dirty fucking claims. You're allowing that.
No, it's very fast though. You can take that to a different. This open panel isn't about these
And you
facts.
surround yourself with him, Nathan. Fucking hell, mate.
We
You
surround.
invited me.
We
You
surround.
invited me.
We surround ourselves with different people, Eric, because what we do isn't for any political gain or any political values. What we do is because our unalienable rights, our natural rights that we all share. So,
Please, can I just ask one? Can I ask one question? I'll ask one question and I'll go. Did you or did you not last week invite me to come this week?
that's exactly it. Last week was claims, this week was show evidence. So,
No,
like,
yeah, right.
you
So you
then what I've allowed is you both have your say, and then the evidence will be logged in this video, won't it? So the only evidence
Yeah.
that we'll see.
And you, yeah, but Nathan, you've seen that picture. Briscoe came on. He's saying he never had a chance to talk to Briscoe. He asked Briscoe, was he on there? Briscoe said no. What fucking more do you want?
Oh.
And he's been asked for this picture and he won't fucking show it because you're lying cunt and he's not man enough to stand up and say, look, I made a fucking genuine mistake. This could all got finished last week. If you turned around and said, look, sorry, yes, I have made a mistake. But no, we got you recorded saying that you had seen it.
No, I
And
said
you
I
have
have.
it.
No, I said I have seen pictures with Rick's
Yeah.
face on. I didn't say
Yeah.
it was that one. You've implied
And you
that.
can send it. And you can send it. So are
No,
you
I said
inviting me?
if Rick sends me his picture, then I
Right.
can sort all that out.
All right. I'll put the video out, just that
Right,
sound
well,
clip in it.
Yeah.
I'll put that video out, the sound clip in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you invited me on here to sort this problem out so we can get this over and done with. Rick clearly hasn't showed the proof all week, will not do it. So I'm sorry, but there is only fucking one bad apple here. Surely you can see that.
Well, it ain't about bad apples. It's about all people with different kind of.
So if you've still got Rick's back 100% after tonight's performance.
See, this is the thing. Rick has always stood by us. He's always supported. Same
So
as same as you said yourself. You boys followed CMW. Why would we need pick between either two of you?
So what I'm saying is, you stand by 100% what Rick says from now on, yeah? Still?
No, as usual, myself and Gary say the same thing. We'll base our opinion based on fact and
So
evidence.
what's your... Yeah, but surely you must have some kind of opinion after tonight's performance.
Yeah, but we are not judges, and we're not. That's the whole point. We wasn't meant to be any kind of judges. It was about you two putting your stuff forward, and that's it.
Yeah. So what I would just like to ask you, if he's on your channel again and he's slandering, you got to tell him, look, Rick, you must have bring proof for this. You can't sit here doing that.
Well,
You didn't like it. Listen, you didn't like it when Moon said you had a paywall on your website. You fucking hated it. You went mad. It's the same thing. No different. No different whatsoever. And he's doing exactly the same fucking thing. He's now claiming that I made his wife and children move out their fucking house 4 years ago. And everybody fucking knows the truth about that. It was because as soon as he was outside Disbury Mosque, he realised what he'd done and he ran to the police station for help. And the police had to put his wife and children in a fucking safe house. Everybody knows that.
Well, like I said, this ain't about personal disputes. This was meant to be about discussions about what they're facing, what kind of general opinion of society is.
Oh, right.
On actual
So
stuff.
I come to the wrong... What did I do then? Come to the wrong show tonight then, did I?
No, like I said, you was invited, but this platform is going to keep dragging ourselves through this whole thing. Tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat.
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to be done in 2 shows.
Let's move on. I want to move on. But like I did, I stuck to my word. I answered the question. I told him he wasn't a racist. I don't think he's a racist. I think he made a stupid mistake by saying that Muslim bloke smelled at 7-year-olds. I agreed to that. I moved on, and then it was his turn to do what he had to do, and he still didn't do it.
Like I said, you both at the same time, and both said something. That's it now. We need to move on with other guests because there is other people that need to speak.
And I also told you my opinion.
Gary, you're breaking up. Is it for you as well, Nathan?
Yeah.
No, I said you also heard my side of it where I said I would have put the picture up. So it wasn't all one-sided. Wasn't it all agreeing with Rick about everything?
No, Gary, no. I can't knock you for that, mate. Honestly, I was quite surprised what you come out with, actually. I was, yeah, and fair play to you for saying it.
Because we put the truth, and like I said to Rick, and I've just said to him again, the problem he's got now is when he goes round saying stuff, everybody's going to say the same thing to him. Where's the picture? He'll lose credibility because he hasn't done what was asked him. I said that when he was on. And if I was in it, as soon as possible, I'd put that picture out. Clear yourself.
Did I impede you putting your evidence out, Eric, at all?
Sorry?
Did I impede you?
No, not at all. But it's like that hope not hate video. He's got, honestly, I think a lot of Rick's problems, he gets a lot of stuff confused and mixed up, and timelines mixed up as well. That is the only video I have ever made anything to do with I did Amory Waters, is it, or something? Britain First or something like that. That's the only video I made because he stated that Jason Tyler had made the website. I went and looked at the website and seen it was made by this company. Put a video up going there, because Rick blatantly says in that he's got proof that Jason Tyler made that website. I went and looked. I went and researched the website, found out who owned it, or the company who owned it. Put the video up going there, Rick. You're bullshitting again. And that is why he hates me, because I expose him. And I don't just fucking do videos on him, I do video on loads of people.
Yeah.
If you want to bullshit,
Well, we're the same, Eric.
yeah,
If people think that we just take everybody's word at face value, we don't. We're the same as everybody else. We say,
yeah,
well, if that's true, bring us a proof.
yeah. Well, I couldn't
We'll
believe
have arguments and let people argue, but like I said to Rick, I don't take anybody's side tonight. I just said,
yeah.
you know, I asked the question, Eric answered the question. Now, if it was me, I'd do my side of the bargain and I'll put the picture up.
Yeah. No,
But-
I can't knock Gary. Can't knock you, mate. Can't knock you.
But at the same time, I ain't Rick. Rick's his own man. And like I said to you, I don't know you. Rick does. So he may know something I don't know. So he's got his opinion on why he wouldn't, but I would have done straight away because that's just me. That's how I, you know,
Well,
that's.
He had all week to solve that, but instead of doing that, he put 27 videos out. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So anyway, I'm not going to carry on. He's got another guest here. He's been sat there patiently long enough, and I've been speaking too much.
No, you
Thanks
may. No,
Thanks very much for letting me on. Very good.
stay there. Eric. This is the thing. You may want to sort. We're just going to hope subject. So you may have.
But at the same time, Rick's been our friend a long while, and we can't rule what he does.
That's
It's
right.
like Nathan. Me and Nathan are friends. I ain't in Nathan's pocket 24/7. If he's done something wrong, I might not agree with you, but I ain't going to end the friendship over it.
No, that's right. No, but I will say something. Nathan hit the nail on the head I think it was last week I heard him say something. Your true friends are the ones that tell you the truth.
Yeah, and that's what I've done tonight with Rick.
Yeah. But yeah. I think Nathan, probably you ought to turn around and go, Rick, come on. You know what I mean? It just looks a bit, you know, it don't look good.
Well, this is the whole point about doing it in two shows. This is why I kept saying earlier. Last one was about the accusations, about the claims. This one was about producing the evidence.
Yeah.
So what evidence is shown is what evidence will stand.
Yeah. I'll let you talk to Dennis. Is it Dennis there, I think? I'm sorry, Dennis, I've held you up, mate.
No, you might enjoy talking to Dennis, so stay where you are. Let Dennis have a little chat. You might want to chime in.
Oh, I got to go
Yeah.
to bed.
I just want to say one thing. Yeah, I don't know Rick and I don't know Eric. Yeah, but I know Gary and Nathan. I know that they're proper people. They're above board and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is all I will say tonight. Yeah, I've been sitting here with a friend of mine, Tanya. Yeah, we've been making comments, and after comments ain't been getting through. And I think that this channel is being run by somebody else, if you know what I mean.
I don't know if you're aware, but with YouTube, you've got to be very careful what you write nowadays.
Yeah, boys, all we've been doing is making basic comments, mate, and I can't see her comments and she can't see mine.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Well, I don't know what's happening there, Dennis, because I don't have nothing to do with the channel other than sign in.
Yeah, I
and
know,
Nathan, I know Nathan wouldn't.
I know
we don't do that.
I know that you and Nathan wouldn't do it, yeah, especially me and Tanya, because you both know us.
I have no one on the block list.
Yeah, and it's something definitely weird is going on here tonight on your channel, mate.
But Nathan would also see it. If a moderator had done it, Nathan would be able to see that as well. So it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think a mod has done it.
No,
I don't think a mod has done it. Yeah, but you know what I mean? Yeah, it's I think it's actually being controlled by something else. I don't know what. Yeah, but I've been sitting right next to Tanya. She's just gone up to bed, yeah, because it's late, as you know. Yeah, she's just gone up to bed. Yeah, we were both sitting here commenting, and I couldn't see her comments, and she couldn't see mine.
Yeah, weird. Anyway, I've got to go. It's 2 o'clock here.
Thanks for coming on, Eric.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Dennis.
Thanks.
Nice to speak to you, mate. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Nate. Bye, Gal. Yeah, not bad, mate. Yeah, I just thought I'd better tell you that. You know what I mean? Because it's been really weird here tonight.
Yeah,
Right.
there's been a lot of comments that I've seen on the chat. Yeah, that have been aimed at CMW.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
and I think
we do.
I think that they're just trying to discredit you guys because they're frightened of you.
Well, I don't think it's a frightened of us. I think that they think that we know, we side with Rick all the time, and that's not the truth, because we've seen tonight when I've said
Yeah.
I would have put the evidence up if I'd got it. So we don't always agree with Rick. We agree with him if he's 100% correct, but we'd have his back if he's 100% correct, And it's like a few things like that comment. I was shocked at that, because that really hurt me to think that somebody would send that to somebody.
Well,
It's.
I see the comment where someone said they were going to come around and fill you in and all of that, and
Now that's all sorted, I think. Well, if the one,
you know what I mean. There's hope it is, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, because what I've been seeing tonight has been very strange on this channel. I've never seen it before. I've seen a lot of people commenting that I've never seen comment before, and I follow you guys all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of strangers on there. Yeah, hell of a lot of strangers. Yeah, and it's like they're trying to discredit you.
Well, people always do. We've always had everybody since we started, but we just keep going, and don't make no difference to us. Water off a duck's back. Because at the end of the day, I stand in the truth, and I know for the fact I ain't gone round slagging anybody off, And that's
well, Gary,
the fact.
I know you personally. I've never heard you slag anybody off to me.
No, I won't. If I've got something to say, then I'll phone you myself. I won't get behind your back.
Oh, yeah, exactly, mate. You know what I mean? I know what you're like, and I know what Nathan's like.
So they've got us wrong if they think we're going tittle-tattling, they've got it wrong. And like I said, if anybody if you said, oh, look at so-and-so's doing something, I'd say, have you got the proof of that then? And
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't just take it as read.
No.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen much proof. I haven't seen much proof from either side tonight. So you know what I mean. I'm very undecided. You know what I mean about anything. Yeah, if anything, it's left me more confused.
Well, that's something. It's meant to be.
And from the comments I've seen tonight, there's been a lot of people on there I've never seen on your channel before. Yeah, there's a couple of people on there that I know that are actually in my group. Yeah, and only one of them has made a comment.
Yeah, well, I just ain't got a comment. It's up to them.
Yeah, exactly. But the comment was in favour of you guys. You know what I mean?
Thank you for that.
Yeah, right. But you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like I said. Yeah, I was sitting next to Tanya. We were both commenting on it. Yeah, both saying different things. I couldn't see her comments. She couldn't see mine. And there was a lot of strangers on there that I've never seen on your channel before.
Well, this is the thing. We're meant to be doing an open panel. This is how it started. We're meant to be doing an open panel where we get everybody to have all right to have their say, as long as they're respectful.
Yeah.
And do it in a respectful manner on current certain things that are going on, like certain treaties and certain aspects of our lives that are like changing. And
yeah, we all know what them treaties are, mate. Are you all right, Nathan? Yeah, you don't sound well.
I'm not. My head is pounding, to be honest.
Right. Well, I suggest that you end the live, mate, and get your head down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No point.
You're breaking up there, Gary.
It's not carrying on.
Gary, can you phone me after the live? Probably after you speak to Nathan, yeah?
Yeah, we'll do it, mate.
All right then, sweet. Yeah, Nathan, man, yeah, go and get your head down, mate, yeah, because it looks like tonight's taking a lot out of you, mate.
No, it's just me. I can't pound that, that's all.
Yeah, go and get your head down, pal.
Yeah, we'll do another one.
Yeah, do another one, yeah, but do it another time and try and lay off of this subject. You know what I mean?
It was the thing that we won't actually do an open panel where we do actually discuss things, so
Yeah.
we will be doing so. All right.
You know, if you're not sounding well, yeah, go and get your head down, mate.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah,
All
sound
right,
then.
yeah, give me a bell in a minute, Gary. Yeah.
Thank you
will do,
for participating
All
in
right
the
then.
chat. Much appreciated, either way.
All right then. All right.
All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Right, nice.